Like,
Admiral, fuck off.
Holdo?
Yeah.
Is it? Is that it? Wow, it's not even close to what I
Yeah.
thought it was.
And it also is just stupid.
Jesus.
Her character was stupid, so yeah.
It
Yes.
was.
Granted, Poe Dameron was not doing much better. Like,
Look, I'm
he
sorry.
was trying, man.
In this particular
was trying
movie,
his best.
this
It
oh,
was
there's
dumb.
the food's here.
Oh.
Food's here.
I
That particular movie was all about all the characters being as petulant and childish as they possibly could from start to finish.
yeah, that's true. With very little impact on
Right.
the world as a whole. And like, the second one. I mean, this is disregarding Luke's whole deal, and
That
Leia-
one scene is
and
the
Leia's
only
whole
scene
deal.
I loved. Is when
Oh,
when he had her close her eyes, like, you gotta feel out the force.
Why is there tomato and lettuce?
maybe you had it on the side.
Absolutely not.
Maybe they were like, maybe this man didn't mean to say don't put tomatoes and lettuce on it. We'll put it on the side just in case he actually wanted tomato and lettuce.
This one's unlabeled, so I'm guessing it's yours.
Is this just a ham sandwich?
Yeah, well, I put the cheese and the mustard on like
Or
last
as they
time.
would call it in Ireland, the hang sandwich.
Hang?
Yeah, they call it hang sandwich. I don't know why.
Is it hang instead of ham
Hang.
over there?
They just what they call it. They call it hang. No, they just call it hang. I think it's
All
because
right.
it's like a
Well,
play on words.
can you bring me that lettuce and tomato? Because the sandwich has just ham and cheese on it.
Well,
Maybe
there
they
you
realized
go.
after they wrapped it up that they forgot to put that on, and they.
I wonder if they put any like mayo or mustard.
I told them to put mustard on for you.
Well, we're gonna see.
But yeah, what was I saying?
Come on! Ow!
Oh, yeah, that scene where he's like, you gotta reach out and feel the force, and she like reaches her hand forward, and she's like, and he starts wiggling it.
Oh, when he slapped him. He's like,
Yeah,
oh.
like, oh, I think I feel it. Oh, do you? Oh, do you feel it? I swear to God, that was not in the script. That could not have been in the script.
That was
That
the
was
best-
just them fucking
Yeah,
around.
they
That
were
was the only good part of the whole damn movie.
That was the case of the fuck arounds for sure.
Right?
Fuck around.
I hope no one minds that we're just gonna sit here and eat our sandwiches instead of.
Well, I mean, I'm waiting for this kid to finish eating so I can eat my sandwich.
course,
This kid is
Well, the
taking
game is live.
forever.
Oh, I know the game's live.
I mean, you can hear that sweet, sweet violin in the background.
It's not a bad violin.
Look, that guy
to be
has
honest.
been into it for hours.
Mhm.
Look at him. Look at him rocking back and forth to that. He's feeling it.
Alright, where am I?
Where do you think you are? You're the only blonde head
So
there.
this was the.
You're at home eating a sandwich.
Hello? What now?
What now?
Suck my balls.
Does this false nose
Let's
mean
go about
anything
the
to
tissue.
you?
I just
You're
want
a
to remember what I've
circus
got.
clown.
Did you? Oh,
No,
never
but I
mind.
got
Never
this
mind.
from
Try to
someone who
get one.
disguised himself as a clown.
You did.
Is that a fact? Why did you do that now?
You didn't
He's
call.
a psychotic
Make
killer.
an appointment.
I think he may be connected with Peagram's disappearance.
I've inferred what that means.
You mentioned your balls, so I thought it was a nice.
What do you make of this tissue?
That is a very unpleasant object indeed. Yes.
Miles.
Would you
Try to
like to
puzzle.
shake my hand?
What is this?
I don't do
so
that
Abby
male
today,
bond and
Abby's
stuff.
been watching Spider-Man every day, by the way. She loves it. Into the Spider-Verse is like her favorite movie right
I
now.
still have to see that.
Oh, it's fantastic. We'll watch it sometime because I don't think Joe's
I
seen
really
it
don't
either.
watch it.
I gotta go.
Joe's seen it.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Then we'll watch it. It'll be one of the ones that Matt hasn't seen that Joe's seen.
It's pretty rare.
It's
I mean-
yeah, right? It's for real.
Here's what we'll do. We'll play this till 10:30 and then we'll watch Into the Spider-Verse.
I already watched it today.
No, it's okay.
But I'll watch it again because it's that fucking good. No, but
Don't worry,
Abby
we'll
keeps
get
telling
it.
me. Abby now comes up to me and goes, "I'm Peter Parker, Abby,
It wasn't my
and you're
nerves
Miles,
that stopped
Mom."
me jumping. It was
And
my
I was
damned
like,
legs.
"Oh, I'm
They
Miles
wouldn't
Morales," and every time she goes, "No, you're Miles." like
Not Miles Morales.
Right, I keep trying to explain to her, like, "Honey, that's who it is."
It is damn good, Sarah. That's Sarah. Yep.
Oh, I'm not seeing anything.
It's because this stupid community gift chest thing's in the way.
Can you get
Sarah
rid of
just
it?
needs to chat like 2 more times and we'll be underneath it.
Screw that. Let me just remove the element.
Go ahead.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at all that paper flapping in the wind. Did we do something with that paper? What is World
We
of
did not.
Tanks, by the way?
It's an online game. We ride around in a tank. That's the end of it, really.
Oh, okay.
Pardon
Wow.
the stream while Hoops goes into the source of Removes that royal tank sting. Alright. What was this paper you said?
Oops, it must feel like
It was a
playing
calendar
God
with a
whenever you
faded
want to just like fuck
photograph
with a
of
computer.
prize-winning
Yeah, it's
card.
pretty great.
So, this doesn't move now.
No, you jammed it, right?
I tried to pull the lever, but it wouldn't move with the
I think it's
trapdoor
open.
open.
Right.
Alright,
Um,
I'm gonna call it, bud, because you're like, look at you, you're milk drunk.
It was a bunch of cleaning materials.
You need
And the
to
sink is still
pull
on, right?
yourself together,
Yeah.
Miles.
What do I have here? Tissue.
Alright.
Shaky thing.
I'm sure this is
The
not what it
matchbook
is.
floral
Oh!
pattern of
Thank
swirling
you.
color and
I'm
the
sure this
words
is not what it is, but that
Club
thing that's
Alama.
on the shelf there. Oh my god, Miles.
Looks
Does
like
that
a
not
urinal.
look like a Thank you! Okay. That's not what it is though, right?
No. But definitely looks like one.
It was a metal rod with a handle at one end and a short cross piece at the other.
Okay.
It
This
was the
was
card
the
I'd
card?
found in the hotel bedroom.
Yeah.
It read, Thomas
It's only been a
Müller,
week, Alex.
Gruber Electronics
It's
Corporation.
not like you
I'm
were asleep
refreshing
last
myself. I'm refreshing myself, and also, was Sarah here last week?
No.
week. No.
It's good to let her know what we got.
Seraph saw.
It was
the
a
stream
large
out there, 'cause he
blue
found all those quotes.
gemstone.
Mm.
Oh, he did? Oh boy.
It was the
Flashlight?
barman's flashlight.
Like the cookie.
It
Moulin
was
Rouge
Nico's
line.
photograph
What?
of
Oh.
the man we suspected of killing Plantar.
Right. Plantar.
It was a bright
There you
red
go, baby.
plastic nose, part of a clown's costume. It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words,
You just can't swing
Nagopo
very
Stout
hard, 'cause I'm not gonna
builds
strap
body.
you in.
You know what? Can I wet this?
Wet your whistle. There you go.
Yes, I can. Alright.
I held
the
the
pocket.
towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Oh god, I love this play-by-play he keeps giving us.
I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
And every time it dripped, I thought, oh my god.
Alright. Now I have a wet towel.
I'm not gonna lie.
I wonder if I can change something.
I
to
love the
castle with
sound
my
of
wet
that
towel.
violin. But Alex doesn't appreciate violins.
What do you mean?
Or any stringed instrument.
Guitar string.
What are you talking about?
Whenever I play my music, you complain.
Just because I don't like Lindsay Sterling and pop covers of violin.
First of all, Lindsay Sterling is not the epitome of what I listen to.
I know. I don't
You
like.
couldn't stand it when I was playing two cellos. You couldn't even stand that.
Right, because I don't like cello and string covers of pop music.
I don't like you.
I don't like you either.
Pushing with all my strength got
wanted
me
men.
nowhere. They didn't budge.
13 systems.
I really need to start working out.
Let's go back up here.
Is that Abby's spacesuit over there?
No.
That is Abby's spacesuit. She made it red and green today.
She also figured out how to put it on by herself. So while I was cleaning the bedroom, all of a sudden she ran in with that on and went, "Mommy, I'm going to space!"
Space!
Hey!
It was
I
adorable.
don't know how I ate more top bread than bottom
I
bread.
pushed my fingers into the narrow crack.
I'm just.
It
just
went
not
back
top-
several inches like a rock.
I'm sorry.
You pushed your foot. Jackie. I have an idea.
As usual, Alex returns after not getting some
I
stuff at
inserted
the end
it
of a
into
week
the
I had a
It
lot of coffee
returns.
today.
and immediately starts figuring
It
shit
remained
out.
lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
It's either that or take a shit and then return.
As long as I've got some downtime.
There was some downtime in between, yeah. God, that day, the tentacle shit, that was magical.
All the stars aligned.
Plumbing aligned anyway.
What?
Looks like a goat to me.
Oh my god.
There's an angry goat. I'm not talking to the goat.
That's what you think. Whoa. Did he kill us?
No.
You sure? Okay. You know this puzzle. Can you save it for me? I'm afraid that this goat is going to kill me.
What is this? The name of this game? It's Broken Sword, Circle of Blood?
Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. The original U.S. name was Circle of Blood.
Got it.
Okay, so that goat's fucked up. Let's try the ladder.
Looks like you got a goat problem.
Okay. Alright, here we go.
My god, Al.
Stand up.
When I was like 10, it didn't take me that long. Oh, I think it'll be less than 15 minutes for Alex. By the way, this is the puzzle
The towel
that
had
someone was
dried out.
hinting at last
was
week was
barely
removed from the
damp.
director's cut.
Hey, Billy. The animal fixed on
Oh my
me
god,
with
you
an
did have to
evil
talk to it?
glare.
And you said you weren't going to talk to
Behind
it?
the malice and
I
resentment,
just want to see what it says.
there was a cool intelligence.
What?
How you doing, boy? I felt as threatened as I'd been by the assassin and his goons in Paris.
God.
Anyone want something to drink?
Yeah. If you could grab me a Diet Coke from the fridge, I'd appreciate it.
Alex?
Yeah, I'm down for that. Shrug, shrug.
I did have my earbud. It's playing the dramatic music, right? When
It
you
was
get hit by the
before.
goat?
It was.
There it is. Is there nothing you can feed it? I don't know what you have. Can you pick up that pole?
When I try to go to the pole, he charges me.
Well, you didn't have to show me. I believe you. I'd like to point out, if somebody was headbutted by a goat this many times, you would have internal bleeding.
Possible.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I like the way he backs up.
The goat?
Yeah.
Jackie, we don't have Hulu account information, right? At least it's not our Hulu account information, right?
It's Dylan's. Which, I mean...
Andrew's looking for
Hulu?
a Hulu.
Is there a reason?
I don't know.
Like a
He
show
didn't-
he
I'm
wants
guessing
to
he
watch?
wants to watch Hulu.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Well,
that's,
obviously. I'm just wondering if there was like a show he specifically he wanted to watch.
It's got to be something with the ability that for me to stand up. So if I like get up
Hey,
and I
you.
fucking bolt. No, he's just so fucking slow. Can I go this way?
You know what?
Because he takes long. Ah, yeah. Because he takes way longer to come from that side. What is this thing? Oh man, that's dangerous.
It's a block.
Oh, and I strapped on
The
it.
rope by which the
It's a-
goat
it's-
was
it's
Goaty.
not-
had
Goaty.
become
It's not a
tangled
hard
in the
puzzle.
That wasn't
plowshare.
that hard.
I know. I never understood why everyone made such a big deal of this
No
puzzle.
way was I going near that old goat.
I guess because it doesn't. There's no like items to use or anything. It's just, you know, you think maybe I should feed it something. Maybe I could.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that I was falling down and could control when I stood back up is like a dead giveaway.
Yeah, listen, I never found this a hard puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Was this the infamous puzzle?
Yeah, that was it. I know.
Ta-da!
I never got it either.
Oh, Miles, now you look all happy.
How long did it take me?
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was about
Yeah.
5 minutes. That's what I would. I think that's fine for that puzzle.
Yeah.
There was a pattern of 5 holes arranged on the wall. They'd been drilled there deliberately.
Deliberately. Okay, there's also crap on the table.
I don't have my little poker thing. I was gonna say I can jam the poker.
The bench had probably been used by Pegram and...
Yeah, sure.
What?
Pegram and his archaeology team.
The sack contained a fine white powder.
Cocaine.
Cocaine and cocaine accessories.
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was.
Powdered
Okay.
sugar.
Baking soda.
Oh.
I got baking soda.
I used it in kindergarten
We all
to
went
make
for different
casts of
lines.
animal paw prints.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, I know immediately what to do.
You do?
Uh huh.
Oh, let's see this happen then.
I tried in vain to move the panel. Behind the altar was a carved panel decorated with animals, birds, and plants.
Or something up high. Can you see what that is?
I
Okay.
got something.
It was a handful of plaster left in the castle
Okay.
by Pegram's archaeology team.
Miles looks like he's awaiting a bus. You poor kid. You can't take
The
anything
bench
else
had-
on there?
No, it's just the plaster of Paris and more plaster of Paris. I gotta get the water.
I reached into the sack, but it was empty.
Urologist doesn't tell you. I'm sorry. It was a joke.
It's a good joke.
Thank you.
I also enjoyed it, Jack.
So now that the goat's tied up, I guess I won't. The towel won't get dry.
Hmm?
Back down on my poker.
Remind me later to tell you what happened to Mary's grandson.
Which Mary?
Mary and Phil Mary.
Oh, okay.
Mary, quite.
Is
Yeah.
it good? Yeah, it's bad.
And that's why I don't want to say it now.
I mean, these people don't know Mary.
There's not that kind of news.
Okay. Now I want to guess. Oh.
Don't.
I know nothing about the man.
He's not a man.
Not anymore. Hey! Oh! That's what I was gonna guess!
It was a baby.
You say grandson.
Yeah. Mary's grandson was a baby. Her
Oh.
daughter-in-law with epilepsy. They had to go get the baby 8 weeks early.
Mm.
He made it a week. That's why I was gonna tell you later, but you decided to be a dick and be like, I'm gonna guess.
I
I want to take back the high five now.
I know. That's really sad, Jackie. Why
I
would you,
know!
why would you do that?
I know.
That's messed up.
Are you kidding?
You
know what?
let us on to think that there was some sort of sex change.
No, you let yourself to there's
That's what I thought too!
all you guys.
You're like...
Not anymore.
I know!
Never. Not in the first place. Not anymore is the wrong thing.
No, I didn't. I said no. All I said was no.
I'm pretty sure you said not anymore, Jackie.
Oh my
You
god.
did say not anymore.
That's what I thought the same.
Or did I say not anymore?
You said not anymore.
Someone said not
You
anymore.
said
It
not
was me.
anymore. Because I just shook my
Oh,
head and
God.
said it's not a man. And you went, not anymore.
Aw.
The faucet creaked,
Well.
coughed, and spewed out
Oh,
a
I feel
stream
terrible
of
now.
rusty water.
That was rough. That was a rough one.
You know what I always tell you? I always tell you, don't guess, because one day you're going to
I
guess
held
and
the
it's going to be
towel
something
in the
shitty.
faucet and
Well,
soaked
here you
it.
go.
I shut off the faucet
That's
as
a
tight as I
shame.
could, but it kept on dripping.
Mary has a son?
2 of them, in fact.
He's on a
Alex,
highway
that's
to
right, that
hell.
first technique is that- You know what we should play? Grim Fandango. Because there are some fine first-class tickets to hell on that train.
Yeah, you want that first class ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You need the first-class ticket, otherwise you're never going to make it. Although then you'll never meet Glottis, so...
Gladys.
Oh, so my dad wants us to get tattoos.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite stories of today. Please continue.
So he wants us to get tattoos. And he's trying to come up with something that binds us all together. Me, my brother, and him.
Not just tattoos. He wants them to get matching tattoos.
And he'll pay for them. Dylan and I were like, okay,
Oh,
free
he's
tattoo.
better.
Great. But, you know, I had a really hard time trying to come up with something that, like, we all shared. Because for our entire lives, all he did was shit on everything we liked.
Oh no, that's a different dad.
Yeah, no, not my stepdad. My dad. So he was just like, what about the Eagles? You know, pizza, like...
He's like, oh, no, he's like, no, not even pizza. He's like, well, I guess like a tomato pie.
No.
Because of Philly. And
Yeah.
they're both just like, no.
By the way, I like how Alex said, I got this,
Mm-hmm.
and has subsequently
Tower
not
was
got
soaked
this.
through with water.
Please stop.
No.
And he was like,
Did you see Sarah's suggestion?
I'm so sorry.
Maybe a penis. It's penis.
You are dicks.
And then you all have that in common.
Yep. Well, he was
That
like,
is not a good idea.
he was like, how about we do something like with an Irish harp because we're Irish, and both Alex and Dylan went. I mean, I don't really identify with any part of my heritage. I don't really care. He's like, we're American.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh boy, you guys, like all three of you, you're never going to agree on anything.
Maybe
Did
not.
you just put a question mark as the tattoo
The
then?
towel had dried out.
Well, I find it interesting because he's got.
What is,
The
what
towel.
is that nod for?
The towel ran out of water. Like, I was standing here. It was like, this towel is damp. It's like, and
You
now this towel's not damp.
You should figure out what you need to do first before you go back and get it. I'm just saying. Just so you...
Yeah, Al.
So I'm trying to find you the picture. So what we decided to do.
Well, so hang on. So one thing that.
Steamed hams.
Well, so one thing that Ed does have, Ed has a tattoo that he got when they were born, and it's on his arm, and it's like it's DNA. It's obviously a strand of DNA, but for Dylan and Alex, DNA.
Okay.
And I thought that was kind of cool and clever, and I was like, I'm sure you could find something, like not super clever, don't get me wrong, but I was like, I'm sure you could find something that's kind of like that for all of you guys, since that's legitimately all you have in common, is that you have similar DNA. But no, apparently not.
So what we ended up considering, we did play some Sega Genesis games as kids with
Bless
him
you.
that he didn't hate.
Sega.
Toe Jam and Earl was one of them. So we were thinking maybe a Toe Jam and Earl tattoo.
Oh god, I'm gonna die if he says that that's the one he wants to get.
And he was considering it.
Oh my god.
And then my brother was like, what about Altered Beast? And then each one of us could have one of the different animals from Altered Beast. I'm like, I don't really want that. But it's looking like that might end up being what it is.
Well, tell him you don't want it, dude. It's a tattoo. It's forever.
I don't care. It's free.
Just get like the
Like-
Batman logo.
Those guys. I don't really want those.
No, you don't.
I don't want those on me. I don't want this on
Amazing.
No,
me.
no, you don't.
No.
No?
No.
What about one of these faces?
No. I'm not getting. Please don't do it. Put
But I
your foot
really
down.
like Altered Beast.
Put your foot down.
The transformations, exactly. The faces from Altered Beast. Not the wolf one, because the wolf one always looked dumb.
You're missing something, Alex.
I can tell.
This is great.
Be right back.
Like, I feel like this should be a thing.
It's not.
I was hiding them from Abby.
The maple ones?
Gimme.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah, that's what you were missing. You just happened to stop the cursor on it!
Okay. So there's that thing. Thank you for the maples.
That's ridiculous.
Jackie just
That's
solved
ridiculous.
the puzzle. Jackie just solved the puzzle with her Oreo.
Oh god, I can't lift it! Oh.
Do you want this Oreo?
No, I want this Oreo! You got it.
Awesome. Well, totally planned. I definitely saw this thing.
You totally.
I have to say that coloring is very.
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Hang on, baby.
The statue lay face up in the soft sand.
Oh, that's a good smile. Thank you. Happy baby. Happy baby boo.
You should get the Superman
As I
logo.
swung the stone upright,
On your
Yeah, why
chest.
not? Why
I
don't you all
noticed
get
I
like a
left
Justice League
patterned
member?
holes
You
in
know,
the
Dylan
Still
can be
don't like
Wonder
comics.
Woman.
What? Who's only
The
comics?
5
Dylan doesn't like
fingers
comics.
on the back of the statue
That's
had
dumb.
left their impressions in the fine
I'm
sand.
sorry.
Now
Tell
you
him
need
it's
to
for
go get the water
Capcom.
arrows.
Yeah.
Tell him it's Marvel
If I
vs.
put the
Capcom.
plaster of Paris in there now,
Yeah,
when
you
I
can
come
do
back,
that
will
now.
it still be there?
Yeah. The only thing annoying me about this is that I didn't realize you could turn the
I
faucet
placed
on when I
my
was a
fingers
kid.
in the 5
So, if
impressions
you-
left by the
If you
falling stone.
if you do it with
It was
the
weird.
drip and you put
They
the towel
fit
into it,
perfectly.
it doesn't last you to get here. And I'm like, I know I've got the puzzle.
But I can't.
What am I missing?
Why didn't you just turn the water on?
Because I didn't know you could.
Well, all you have to do is hover over the handle.
I was 11.
Okay. You get all the other puzzles, but the puzzle of how to turn on the water.
I must have overthought it. I don't know.
Dude, don't throw stones here.
I know.
Okay? There's gonna be on 1 or 2 puzzles that you're just
I
like,
just
what
solved
the
that
fuck?
puzzle via Oreo.
Yeah.
That's a quote.
Way to unplug us all there.
Are you still? I don't think I actually did.
Well, I can hear now.
Oh, okay, I guess I did that. He said, "I just solved." He said, "I just solved the puzzle via Oreo."
Hey, you. Hi.
Yeah,
getting
in
so
my
big.
excitement for Oreos, I swatted the mouse, and it hovered exactly over the thing I could pick up.
I can't get over how big this kid's getting. He's not even 3 months yet. That'll take a couple
You
days.
could
but
really
still.
get off his balls. I'd appreciate it. That reminds me, I gotta play Darkest Dungeon again. I gotta set up my
Faucet
Steam
creaked,
share.
coughed and spewed
Oh.
out a
Is it
stream
Jarvis'
of
computer?
rusty-colored water.
Miles, want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Hi, Sarah.
He's like, meh.
His head is getting so big. Look at him.
It really is.
Well, his brain is growing because his next mental leap
I
is
held
gonna
the
be-
towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Now he's going to have smooth transitions, which means when he goes like this, he's going to feel tickles and things.
I shut off the faucet
Yeah,
as tight
this is
as I
gonna be one of
could,
the rough ones.
but it kept on dripping.
Right, because every experience that he has is going to be the craziest experience of his life.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weirdest thing he's ever felt.
Yeah.
You know, the loudest noise he's ever heard.
Yeah, the smooth transitions is one of the rough ones. The worst one, though, is the one, thank God you're on your paternity leave for, events. Because that's when he
Why, I
starts
timed it.
recognizing the beginnings and ends of things. Sort of. So, like, he'll realize, oh no, this thing that I really like, it's gone!
Right. Or, I'm done eating. Or, I'm starting to fall asleep.
The done eating event. It's so terrible.
The
Yeah,
I'm done
right?
eating event is miserable.
It's the worst.
The
Right?
I'm starting to fall asleep event is terrible. The
Mhm.
I'm starting to wake up event is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate going to sleep, but I love being asleep.
Although, the worst is when, like, this is gonna be a...
Although I hate being asleep.
I hate being
I
asleep.
like being asleep.
I like being asleep. I hate the fact that I need to be asleep.
Yeah, I'm
Well, I don't like that
Alex.
build up. I'm not, but that's, I have insomnia, so that build up for me also lasts like an hour and a half.
Yeah. I
But-
just wish we didn't have to sleep. Figure it out, science.
This is...
Get Bill Nye on that shit.
Right, Bill Nye, prevent me from sleeping.
There was a excuse me, a Netflix thing. It was all about like what your brain is doing while it's sleeping. And I mean, there's a lot of theories that people had over the years. The one that seems to be the closest is the one that Alex was going to do a master's on at some point, which was when you're sleeping. The theory is that your brain is basically taking whatever you experienced that day
I
and
squeezed
compartmentalizing it
every
and
last
putting it
drop
back.
of water out
It was
of
like
the
you,
towel.
you know, like you took a whole bunch of shit
and
out to
watched
cook a
it
cake
draining
or bake a
away.
cake, and then now you got to put everything back, basically.
I mean, it's defragging a disc.
It's defragging a disc, basically, but
think I
there's
wouldn't
no
do
way
that
to
shit.
really test that without like trying to subliminally fuck with people.
I placed
during
my
the day.
fingers in the 5
Like, there's no
impressions
ethical
left
way to
by
do
the
that,
fallen
really.
stone.
So
It was weird.
Alex was
They
trying to like
fit
think of a way to test
perfectly.
that, but this thing that they did on Netflix, this episode
It
was
was a
pretty cool. It was
handful of
kind of like
plastic.
that. But what they did was they took like 12 people
five
and they
thing-
did MRIs of their brains while they were sleeping to see which
The
parts
towel.
were firing. What'd I do?
I did. I had to.
Oh.
I have to slam it on again.
Yeah, that's the
No.
point, isn't it?
Oh.
No, I just did, and it didn't. I think I have to
The
replaster
statue
the
was
Paris.
too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
I think I couldn't pre-plaster. I couldn't pre-plaster.
Oh boy.
I definitely pre-plastered.
I already drained my water on it.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
swung the stone back to its original position.
Yeah, so they were checking what everybody's brain was doing, and your brain actually fires
I placed my
at almost every part of your brain is firing when you're sleeping, which is that's never gonna happen while you're awake. And they were checking to see which parts of the brain were firing for how long and what they were possibly thinking of at that point. And they put all that into a computer, and the computer did a simulation of what it imagines a dream must look like based on the data. It was fascinating.
Oh, I believe it.
It was so cool.
Speaking of fascinating, how you guys like me walking up and down this hay bale for half an hour?
Fascinating.
And I figured out what to do pretty quickly. And it's still been 30 minutes of this shit.
So I think I'm gonna fuck off on fantasy football next year because I can't seem to win.
Does it make you too angry?
All right, so I'm playing.
If James Conner gets 50.07 points tonight, and Joe Mixon gets 0,
it's not
you
gonna
win.
happen. It's not gonna happen. First of all, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard out of you.
Wow. Jackie, I'm sure that's not true.
It's one of. I said one of.
It's one of
It could
hundreds
always
of
get
the
worse.
Stupidest things I've heard.
Let me put it this way. So I had Wilson as my quarterback, and then my backup was Goff.
Yeah.
Goff did 23 points. Wilson did 14.
Well, sometimes.
Well, wait. It gets better. Okay.
The faucet creaked,
So,
coughed, and spewed
I
out a
have-
stream
You were
of
unfortunate
rusty
to
Fucking
face-
flavor.
wait. So fucking Odell Beckham Jr. got 2 points.
He's on the
That's
Browns.
his final. Davis got half a point
Vernon Davis.
as his final.
He's a tight end. They're
I
very
held
swingy.
the towel under the
Thielen
faucet
got
and soaked it with water.
6
Okay.
tenths.
Thielen getting
Of a point?
0.6.
I shut off the faucet
This
as
is,
tight as I
like
could,
Sarah said, this
but
is
it
a
kept
weird
on
fucking
dripping.
week.
And Baltimore got negative fucking 1. My kicker was my best person besides my quarterback, and he got 9. Okay.
Also, just to give you
Now
an
wait,
idea,
wait. Just to see what I've got on my bench, so you can tell how I'm so mad at my failures here. Landry got 16 on my bench.
Landry should not be getting those targets.
And so Goff got 23. And fucking Seattle defense got 16.
Yes. So
Out of my, I'm sorry, 16 compared to my -1 from Baltimore.
yeah. So Jackie is also very salty because what defense did you go up against this week?
Los Angeles.
Yeah, the Rams, right?
Yeah.
So she went up against the Rams. The 2 weeks prior, she went up against the Patriots defense, back to back, where they put up 34 points and then another insane number. I was looking at the stats today on the Patriots
And this
defense.
is the time the Patriots defense.
Right.
I know. I was looking at the stats of the Patriots defense in fantasy, and they are the number 13 player overall in fantasy scoring. If they were a wide receiver, they'd be wide receiver 1 on the season.
It's like, sir, I swear to God, I can't fucking win. I actually did an ad drop for people to
You
try
can
and make
click
a
them.
difference here. I swear to God, I'm so fucking done.
Jackie, I got 35 points in half-point PPR in my guillotine league.
Alex,
Oh,
I am
sorry.
0-4.
You are
Oh, are you out, by the way?
Oh yeah, this week
he's
I'm
out.
out.
You definitely
I'm
out? It's
so
definite
out.
now?
The week before Melvin Gordon comes back and Lev Bell was on bye, too
I
much.
sprinkled the plaster on the sand
Yeah, I
until
can't
the
believe this.
holes
I'm
were
fucking
filled.
0-4. I've never gone 0-4. This is my, my 3rd or 4th year doing this?
Please
I've usually been, in the middle.
don't dry out.
I'm fucking done.
Cool, we did it. I had
trickle
all the
of
pieces of
water
the
was
puzzle,
quickly
and they're just
absorbed
walking
by the
back and
plaster.
forth.
What do you see? What do you see?
Jet dry.
You're looking so hard.
He is
I
looking hard.
eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand.
That head has got to get a
Underneath,
little bit
It
stronger.
had formed a
Still making me
perfect
a little
copy
nervous.
of the statue.
Boink.
You've had a lot to
The
say today,
hardened
bud.
plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching
Snugly.
sockets. There was a soft thud.
Snugly
Then-
pugly.
Silence.
nice little effect.
And there's a wall. Oh, I'm sorry. That's supposed to be like a tunnel?
Yeah.
It looks like a wall.
The wall moved, Jackie.
I know, but it looks like you've just opened the,
The
wall
moved,
to
and
another
there it
wall.
is, another wall. In one league, Sarah faced New England. The week they faced the Dolphins like you did, and the person that had them dropped them and someone else picked them up. And if it weren't for that, I'd have won this week.
Ugh.
That's rough.
God, it's
Hey,
just, it's fucking... And you know what? I'm not going to say like I was expecting to win, because I wasn't. I just wasn't expecting to lose so fucking hard.
Oh, we're back in Nico's apartment. What?
So,
Nicole.
where did you stay
Not
last
Nico,
night?
Nicole.
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That was a
So
very,
we went right
that was
from
a very
Ireland.
weird
We
cut.
went, wait, are you saying that we
Did you get any
walked
sleep
from
at all?
Ireland
No,
to France?
Not much. I had to share
Through
a
the
room
tunnels?
with another guy.
Did it snow?
Hardly. He was dead,
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
without a trace. But my visit wasn't
Is
a
he not like
complete waste of
recounting what
time.
happened?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Not the whole thing, don't worry.
Pigram's gem?
The Templars gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
I've been reading about Pigram in this magazine.
Uh-huh.
The media got its claws on him.
Yeah, if I was his agent, I'd get him to lose the pipe.
That dig must have been pretty important to him. He resigned his chair at Durham University to go to Ireland. And now he's disappeared. See what you can find out about Professor Pegram.
I'll speak to the university. What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man. Do you want to look after the gem?
No, George. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
Really? Really?
I never liked that line.
That's an awful, awful line.
I found a new Reddit.
What do you
that's
know about
triggering me
Professor
so
Pegram?
hard,
I've
and I
seen
really
a
shouldn't
television
have subscribed to
program.
it. It's
Pegram
art
Past.
shitmonger
He's written a
site.
book. The Crusader
yeah, that's a good
Families
one.
of
I can't tell you how
Ireland.
many of these are about oils. Thank
Let's
God
take
I
another
use
look at the
oils.
manuscript.
It's all natural. No, those oils are still technically chemicals. Ugh. It's like when people tell me, "Oh my God, I don't want anything chemical touching my child." It's like,
That's
are you
the
kidding
gem
me?
that Pegram
You realize
found
that
in Lochmarn.
everything in the
That's the
universe is a
tripod of the
chemical.
Crew
Like it's
Museum.
made like most. Don't get me wrong. If it's not like
There's a woman
the base
looking
element.
at her reflection in a
It's
mirror.
all a compound.
The reflection,
Sorry,
the
I'm getting
night
triggered again. I
scroll
need to
through
stop.
my teaching.
Okay.
There's a guy working. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
I've got the gem and the tripod.
Fuck it, Bloom.
Matt, oh my God.
Now I'm getting triggered.
Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah. Why is it that men never fail to grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
Damn straight.
Oh my God, it's like they
I
know
can't sit
you.
here all day.
Alex's
Much as
wallet
I'd
is
like
a
to.
George Costanza
Okay.
wallet.
I know.
It is
Don't
not. Go
forget
look
to
at
look
it.
Lobino at the Crown
It's been
Museum.
okay.
And
It's
why
slightly
doesn't
better
the
than it was
photos
2
have
years
anything?
ago.
Okay. Anything
You've
else
got
I
it
can
all
do
years
for you
ago.
while
That's
I'm out?
not
Shopping.
a
a
real
trip to the
improvement, though.
laundromat.
It still won't
Yeah,
close.
take care of
It
yourself.
closes. It does. I took out a whole bunch more.
Did you take out like an old coupon for a restaurant in
No, I
Florida?
took out like the $7 and change.
Well, no, there was that, but there was also like all these different
And you know
business
what?
cards
I
that had
lost-
no business being there.
I lost that. I lost that Wawa gift card.
You did. It was very upsetting because that would have gotten us sandwiches.
If it had stayed in my wallet, I wouldn't have lost it. And that time that we went to Wawa, I would have had the Wawa gift card on me.
Excuse me, Alex. Don't hurt yourself.
No, I guess we can first.
Thank you, Seraph. Exactly. No breathing, no water. Exactly. No
Yeah, I know.
chemicals.
Some people, they touch dihydrogen monoxide, and they die.
Excuse me.
I'm
I think everyone-
H2O
I'm
intolerant.
pretty sure everyone who's ever touched dihydrogen monoxide has died.
Exactly. Exactly. You can't breathe that in.
Have you heard of a
You can't
man
breathe
called
that.
Marquet?
You can't explain that.
It used to be known as the mole.
Tide comes in, tide goes out. Can't explain that.
Probably by one of his rivals.
Hospitalized.
Which
eh?
hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic. In the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Whoa.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know.
Because he's a mole.
Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Yeah.
What are you going
Sweet.
to do about Flap and Guido, Sergeant?
I'm going to bust them, monsieur. For years I have been hoping to pin something on that pair. Now's my chance. I'll show them.
Can't stop this.
And the inspector.
Right?
Thanks, Sergeant.
I bet the inspector's been protecting them because he
Look,
infected
I'm
at
only
least
them.
saying-
I ate the peanut butter and chocolate ones today. If you didn't,
Is Rosso here?
if I didn't eat
Yes,
those,
he
well,
is.
where would we be? Fighting over those like
Not
dogs.
really.
That's what.
Instead,
I
you
know
just
the
finish.
I finished them all. I saved us from the problem.
We'll know everything there is to know.
I'm
I
trying
took
to
that
help.
bullet
the best
for
way
the
you
team.
can-
Thanks, Jackie.
Yes.
There were only like 3 left.
Yes, I do.
One moment.
Let's go talk to Rosso.
When did you, I like that. Thank you, sir. Man, when
It's
did you
no
start
bad,
yoga,
monsieur.
Alex? That was
Insist
one
on
hell of a
talk-
stretch. That was good.
This reminds me of that time when we had cake. And Jackie cut herself a big piece.
Oh, like a giant pea.
And Alex and I were like,
Are we gonna get kicked too?
I did bring you cake after.
Ever heard of a guy called Marquet?
Jackie.
Jacques Marquet?
I know the name well.
Oh,
He has a
boy.
record for suspected blackmail, kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
An all-rounder, huh? How come he's on the loose?
His bravado is matched only by the courtroom skills of his attorney.
Bravado.
Do you know a pair of thugs called Flap and Guido?
I have known those two since they graduated from special school. Flap is a
Special
nasty
school.
piece
What
of
does that
work,
supposed to mean?
but Guido is the
special
real
sauce.
brains of the partnership. Where did you hear of them?
I met them out front of the Hotel Ubu.
Alex, you're not supposed to say
Have you
that
heard of
Molly
anymore.
Pica-
I don't know.
I'm not allowed to
So
say
much-
retarded anymore.
what has he done?
That's dumb.
He made an important archaeological find in Ireland. Do you know Pegram well?
I have connections with the family.
Is his name really Molly?
Of course not. That was the nickname he was given at school. All
Along
his
with
friends and
Nancy?
acquaintances know him
Oh,
as
God.
Molly.
Versus the
Oh,
world.
no.
What do you make of this, Inspector?
let's find out. Let's find out what that clip
By a
was.
man
Oh,
in
no.
a bar in Ireland. Do you recognize the gem?
It is unfamiliar to me. If such a jewel had been stolen, I would know it for sure.
What do you mean no clips
So
greater
long
than
as-
24 hours? What the hell do you
It's
call
an,
that?
it's an old clip, not a new clip.
Oh.
Ow.
That must be the cake one, though.
What is that one? I don't remember that.
It's when Jackie got the cake.
Oh, that's right.
Here, we'll listen to it.
Oh, wait, let me jump back in. Oh, it was Legacy time.
Fending off pigeon animals from eating my food. That I legitimately have turned so selfish that I didn't remember to bring cake for you guys. No, I feel bad. I feel like an asshole. Like, oh yeah, my kids are such scavengers, so fuck everybody in the world. Okay.
Good
Top
stuff.
left, top left.
Oh my
There you go.
god, I don't remember that at all.
I did. Sorry, Jackie.
Hospital.
I knew you were gonna say it that way.
The old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern edition...
I like the
put
title of
baseball
that, by the way.
cap.
Jackie
I
versus
do
the World.
too.
There was no sign of the crew of the...
Okay. Going in.
I remember most of the things that happened in the hospital, but I can't tell you exactly the order. Or...
Is that supposed to be? Oh, is that supposed to be you? But no, you're in the door.
Yes, I'm disguised.
Statue
my name's George
disguised.
Stobart.
I
Hi.
forgot that was our last
Pleased to
name.
meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
I
Yeah,
hate our
that's my
face.
name.
I hate our face.
Everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit.
Jesus.
Good.
Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
And no, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Miles, what's going on?
Shake
man?
my hand, Benoit.
I don't
you
think
hear
that's a
this,
good
kid?
idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
Well, I don't have
I
dermatitis.
think that
I
I
do.
legitimately think this kid has a deviated septum.
What does this tissue mean to
I
you?
do.
Is that a nasal
It's
discharge,
snarky.
sir?
No, it's grease paint. Do you recognize the man in this
You
photograph?
sound like a bug
No,
trying to
monsieur.
breathe.
I've never seen him before.
Poor thing.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamet?
No, sir.
Okay.
See you later.
Right.
What is that noise?
It sounds
Excuse
like
me?
a drill.
Does she have to work with that all day?
Yes, sir.
It's a video game, Alex. She doesn't have to work with shit all day.
She has to work with that
Is
all
this
day.
the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden
She's not
center.
French.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea.
She
A
could
little
Fran Drescher.
greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help
She
you?
even looks like her. She even looks like Frank Drescher.
Can't watch The Nanny because of her
What
voice.
does
You
this
still
gem
watch
suggest to
That
you?
voice, it
I
just
advise you not to flash that
stinks,
around.
stinks.
The
The hospital
butler was
insurance
my
wouldn't
favorite.
cover it if it was
The
stolen.
butler sold it to me.
Can you think of any use for this greasy tissue?
Fucking great.
I guess you could use it
I
to
totally
baste a roast
forgot.
turkey.
How shitty he was.
I'd like to
to
shake you by the
CC
hand.
And CC was to
Don't
him until
be
I watched it
fresh,
again. I was
young
like, oh
man.
my god, that's savage.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Sure.
I'm
Oh.
conducting a private
I was I'm
investigation.
gonna pretend to be a
Then
cop.
I can't help you.
Well, you blew it.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from a zoo.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You're very
You haven't
interested
seen a
this
man
now.
in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Why are tubes in
There.
every orifice?
Well, you can't just get one.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
Sweet.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here.
That's not a good sign.
Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall.
Every orifice?
Oh, he's
Every
been
or-
transferred to...
Thank
dear.
you, Seraph. Right?
He's
Every
on Ward
orifice?
J2. That's
The dead ward.
Nurse Grendel's ward.
Oh no, there's a Nurse Grendel.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined.
Have we stumbled
In the
into
discipline
one
and
flew
punishment
over the
stakes,
cuckoo's
she'd
nest?
whip the butt off the Marquis de
No, that's
Sade.
Nurse Ratch.
I know.
Everything. I
But we
mean
don't know what they are in
everything
French.
is done to a strict routine.
Maybe Ratchet's American
6 o'clock,
for
alarm
Grendel
falls.
French.
6:10,
Pretty sure
bowel
Grendel
movement,
is,
and woe betide anyone
neither.
who doesn't have a result.
Beowulf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Though
I was gonna make a
the
Beowulf
patient
joke,
prefers
but I didn't
Grendel's
want to
the
seem too
song.
pretentious and
Grendel's
high
not
Sounds like a
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the I'm the pretentious one,
I
Jackie.
was
It's okay.
literally in the process of formulating a joke about Grendel's mom.
Yeah,
I was
you're
too. We all
Because
think all three of us
Grendel's
were doing
mom
it.
is the bad guy, not Grendel. Grendel's just the poor, unfortunate soul.
If
Well, no,
Miss
Grendel's the
Grendel is
story
that
they don't
bad, how
tell.
come the
Yeah.
authorities tolerate her?
Which then they
She's
wrote a story
like
about.
part of
Yes.
furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No. I mean, there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
Ew.
I was beginning to get the picture.
Whoa!
This
Oh
woman
my
was jealous.
god.
With a big
She was
green
jealous.
capital
Jealous
J.
of all the dick that Nurse Grendel's
I
getting.
mean, I don't know if jealous is what I would
Oh,
say.
I get it. She's jealous of the
Jesus
slut.
Christ.
How do I find Nurse
God,
Grendel's
turns out
ward?
George Stobart is
Down
a
the corridor on the
douchebag.
left. Turn right to the senior consultant's
And you
office.
hate his face.
Right
I
again,
do
at the
hate his
executive coffee
face.
lounge.
It's not the
Turn
right
left at the
size.
administrative college. And turn left at the end.
You know what
That's
his face looks
J2.
like? You remember in Legacy of
Good
Time
luck.
that had all those like things on the wall?
Yes.
That you pushed in? He looks like one of those!
Oh my god.
You know exactly which one I'm talking
I know
about
exactly
too,
which
right?
one you're talking
Thanks for your
about.
help, ma'am.
His fucking
You're
like,
welcome.
Oh my god.
God, I want to bust up everyone's orifices.
Dude, stop saying orifice.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to
Really?
make an appointment, see the receptionist.
Really? Whatever.
Thanks for your help.
So J ward, I can't really see that. Looks like it's A, B, C, and D. Can I turn around at all, or no? Let's go to D ward.
Turn around.
I would have done it, but I had a burp. I couldn't work my way through it.
Okay, I'll get it.
And I'm back. Let's do both sides and then talk to her about how I orient myself.
As I turned the
There it
corner,
is.
I saw the source of the hellish noise which
Thank
echoed
you.
through the corridor.
Okay, George Stobart,
It was
you're
an
back in my good
industrial
graces.
polishing machine with an
Still don't like
odd-looking
your face,
guy
though.
in tow.
I hate your face, but at least you appreciate the hellish noise.
You'll never give $1. Because you don't like his face.
That's true. Ooh, wait, there's something in the trash. Nope, stop. Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely unplug whatever this is.
Don't ever do that to Abby, by the way. Please
give her
don't
a
ever
dollar
give
for
her
liking
$1
your
and
face.
tell you I like your face. Because I don't. She won't understand.
As I tugged the
She
plug
never saw
out of the
him.
socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
That one was great.
It cracked me up the first time Alex did it to
Mr.
me. We were together for
Shiny,
like, what, 3
what's
years?
wrong, pal?
And I forget where the change was from, but he just handed it to me. He's like, here, I like your face. Get yourself something nice. And I cracked up.
No, not gonna let me interact. Not gonna let me do anything other than stand here and watch him.
Can you take it?
I wasn't in the mood for shining floors.
I don't think
It was a
anybody is,
classic
dude.
example of functionalism, like an early Soviet spacecraft.
What?
I almost expected to see a dog or a monkey leap out.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
It was a life-size
It's a
marvel.
fucking
The
floor
sculptor
buffer.
had tried to give him a look of paternal authority and concern.
Oh boy.
To my mind, he looked just plain constipated.
Alright, so is this whole game taking place in George's head and he's just like insane on the floor
Maybe
of
the
a
face
mental
of the
institute?
unaccountably happy domestic had made me unduly suspicious. I mean, I knew it was only my
Because I wouldn't be
imagination,
surprised if that's what
but
was
it
happening.
tasted, well, peculiar.
I would unplug it again, but it took so long that I'm not gonna bother.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I thought it was so
I'm
obvious you
responsible
have
for
to go
the
into that
contents
door,
of that
Alex.
cupboard.
Yeah, I wanted to,
Isn't he British?
Yeah. Just go with it.
listen, this is a multinational game that takes place in France.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing
Yes,
machine
you did call him
coughed,
already dying in the initial
spluttered.
trivia.
Not again.
Not again, no. Come on, go while he's... Get a quick nap in.
Oh my god, Al.
He's still not around.
I'm sure there's lots of other things you could do.
London.
Yeah. You go. Here we go. Just locked. I'm the doctor now.
I am the captain now.
Dr. Stillbar.
Dr. Stobart.
Ah, yes.
Oh boy. Oh.
And that took a while.
That's your daddy. He's
There's
silly.
Nurse Grendel.
He's silly.
Hello, nurse.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Oh, hi.
She's
Is
a little
this
mannish.
Ward J2?
Yes, sir.
Not that
The
I mean
patient's
that in a
already
bad
been
way, I'm
inspection,
just
doctor.
pointing something out.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, doctor.
Stethoscope.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box. And
She's
a
expecting you to
stunning
kill him.
smile. Thanks.
She's expecting you to kill him.
I don't think she is.
No, it is. It's the syringe.
Hi,
A long,
I'm
narrow
Dr.
metal box.
Stobart.
Is that what you call syringes?
Hello,
Well, no, it's in the
Narrow
box.
metal
No,
box.
Alex, it's in the box. It's in the box. Fucking syringe.
That's right.
I may be crazy. I'm
I've had
not
the problem
stupid.
as long as I can
Okay.
remember.
Jesus
It's a
Christ.
real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
Oh my
I
god.
see. How
That's
long
what
does it
Sarah
last?
said before.
Sleeping.
Just a
almost.
fraction of a second,
Yep.
and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts.
Oh
I
my
know exactly
God.
what you mean.
This
It's
guy.
known
I'm
in
sorry, I
medical
can't handle
field
with
as-
Stobart's narration. It's just terrible.
Is it serious?
It's like a fucking
Of course it
teenager's
isn't
writing
serious.
a play.
It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute. Why? That's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney.
Oh, it was a good one, bud. Good job.
Come on.
Do you know what
Let's
this
think.
piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy. Have you any idea what this is?
Please, take it away before I throw up.
What?
The
Do
tissue.
you
Oh, the tissue,
recognize
of
this
course.
red nose?
Everyone in this
Nah,
household
I
ward.
don't.
I'm gonna try to patch Adams.
Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital.
Everyone I talked to in this
You
ward.
feel like the rest of
Trying
the
to patch
world
it.
has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it
I
is.
hope it works.
Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
It was a device used for measuring people's blood pressure.
Oh, she gave me a blood
It's
pressure
a
cuff?
blood pressure cuff. In a
Hello
box?
again.
No.
Do you know what this piece of equipment...
No,
Oh my god.
Now, I was no doctor, but this guy looked dead to me.
Wow.
Let's test that theory. Yeah, he said goodbye like I said. Goodbye. No, let's talk. No. Let's use the blood pressure.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart. And I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Playing it too
Dr.
hard.
Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you're
I
qualified?
I have polio.
Better believe it. I'm going to take your blood pressure. Why? I'm a doctor. It's my job. I'm going to take your blood pressure. Why? I'm a doctor.
Why?
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't.
Again.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, Doctor. I wouldn't even like to guess.
This guy is a little.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Doesn't that
Snooty
belong
patooty.
to Boissy?
No. I found it in a sewer.
He's a clown, you know. You wouldn't think so to look at him now, would you?
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
What?
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
Yeah, he's the hoity-toities.
It's
Yeah.
too early to say.
Hoity-toities.
But I've been here for 3
I
months.
love you.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient?
Okay.
You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've known
Wow.
babes.
Wow!
Oh.
Holy
The woman in
shit.
reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict.
After all, the
That's the
receptionist
job.
won't suck my dick.
Right.
Discipline in the
If anything, she's a monster. The terrifying prude.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
I'm not really a nightclub man, Doctor.
I prefer to get my
Game of
trim
wits.
at the hospital.
Class.
I'm sorry, at the hospital.
See you later.
I'm gonna patch Adam's guy real quick.
I like how you made that into a verb.
Yeah. Alright. One more conversation with Grendel.
Could you take a look at
Oh,
the client in
no,
bed
is it?
number 3 now?
I
His
don't
name
think
is
so.
Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
delirious.
I'll have him up and about before you can
you
say,
delirious?
Lazarus, get out of your bed
Are you
and walk.
staring at daddy?
Yes, he is.
Are you getting
Hi,
tired?
me again.
Yeah.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
No, Doctor. Is this some kind of test?
If it was, you would have failed.
What if I
Do you know what this tool
Yeah,
is used for?
cool.
I'd rather not. Ignorance is bliss.
Let's try this
I'm
again.
going to take your... Why? I'm a doctor.
Why?
Do you recognize the...
No, Doctor.
a cold...
Really? Of course, Mr. Soames hasn't got a scar, and he doesn't come from the Middle East. His hair's a lot grayer, too.
Oh, I missed the
Otherwise-
name already. Balls.
It's just like him.
Remarkable.
I believe I've used everything except for
Have
this.
you heard of a guy...
No, Doc.
And plaster
Do you know what
cast.
this is?
It looks like plaster.
How did you know that?
I'm a plasterer.
Oh, how convenient.
See you later.
Okay, well, he's not getting up. What else you got from your Grendel?
Bless you.
Doctor,
What is it now, nurse?
Wow.
number 2 again. He won't. He says he'll only talk to a man.
Do I have to? That guy's nuts.
Doctor, I'm surprised at you. There's no way to talk about our clients.
Okay, I'll see him. But I'm telling you, he's a hypochondriac.
Wow, buddy!
Hello again.
That one was rough.
Hiles, there was also no reaction from him whatsoever. He was stoic as fuck.
Oh my
His
god.
face was static.
There wasn't even like a color change
No.
in the face or nothing. It's like nothing
You know what
happened.
this...
No.
Oh my god.
What happened to you?
Well, go...
Thanks,
Do
Doc.
you know what just happened to you? Are you done? Because I'll go change you, but I'm not changing you until you're
That was
done.
a rough one. Yes, we are. We're back and we're at the hospital.
My God, Miles.
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken
The
my
goat was
blood
super
pressure.
easy. The goat was like, I don't know, it took me like, what, 4 or 5 minutes?
Yeah, and it took you about a half hour to do the plaster.
It's just because I kept... I tried to pre-plaster it, and the plaster didn't go on, and then I drained the water into the hole, so there's no plaster in it, and I just had to keep going up and down that stupid haystack.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
I'm gonna
No,
punch this
you're
guy in the
not.
face.
Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
Well, do I look like
I
fucking
can't take
Dr.
a
Monroe?
satisfactory reading while you're excited like this.
Oh boy.
I'll
Calm
come
yourself.
back later.
I know, right? This guy needs to.
You know what
Hi,
he needs.
Me again.
He needs to get his dick sucked.
Right, exactly.
Grendel or the receptionist.
Oh, Grendel. Would you mind sucking this man's dick, please?
Yeah. The French man.
Pardon me, nurse.
That's what
Do you
happens.
have any clowns
in
on the
France.
ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the
Bless
last
you.
3 months.
Oh, man.
God.
Jackie, apparently James Connor's doing something right out the gate.
What's wrong with Boissy?
Is
He
it
was involved in
nothing?
a very nasty accident.
I
A
imagine it's
silly
not
stunt
nothing.
involving a unicycle.
Is it a
His
fumble?
current condition is due to post-traumatic shock.
Uh,
It's unlikely
It's not
he
gonna
ever
be-
perform
Like
as a
I said,
clown
unless he
again.
gets
It's
40
an ill wind
points,
that
it's
blows
not
nobody
going to
any good.
happen.
4 targets, 4 receptions, 47 yards, and a touchdown. He's already at 11.
And we're in quarter 2. It's not happening.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this
There are
ward?
4 quarters in a
Oui,
football
monsieur.
game, right?
He is in the private room.
Yes, Jackie, you've been
Yes.
playing
He's
fantasy
been
football
playing
for 3
strict
years.
operations.
I'm not fucking stupid,
I
Al. It was a joke.
Why is
I know
Marquet in
what quarters
quarters?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
He did get a touchdown, yes.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Oh, hi. Oh?
How do
What
we use
is
thing?
this device?
It's for taking the
Oh.
patient's blood pressure, doctor.
That's the first sign
Thank
that
you,
maybe
nurse.
he's not a
Au
doctor.
revoir, monsieur.
Dr. Stubart.
Dr. Stubart.
Let me talk to Mr. Crazy's over here. Well,
Hello
she's
again.
gone. And she's
Oh, okay.
back.
And now we're ready
Do
to
you know what
change.
this piece?
No.
Oh my god, I just want to...
Alright.
Thanks,
I'll be right back. I know. Let's go change you.
Go. Whatever is on her thing, take it all.
No,
Damn. I'm gonna end up leaving here, I think.
Hi,
Check
me.
out some other areas if I can't figure out how to
I'm
get
going to
this
take
into
it.
this.
Why? I'm a doctor.
Why?
See you later.
Alright. Let's investigate the rest of this hospital. We'll go back here.
Hey!
It's Alden. Oh my god. Which way did I come from here? Over here?
Yeah, I came right. Yeah, right there.
Okay. But is it the far one or the
I think it's the
near
close one.
Okay, let's go with that one. Do you have the bandage brand band-aids?
No, I don't have
For
them.
Alden, you don't have them on you anymore?
They're at home.
Jack, you want to watch
I'm
Eat,
sorry,
Pray,
Alden.
Love? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Excuse me.
How was it, Alden?
Yes,
that's,
sir.
that's enough. I get it.
Thanks. I appreciate you. Nothing.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, enough said.
This movie I watch because I want to show my wife I enjoy spending time with her, and I make her put up with my bullshit all the time. I've been there. I've done that.
Can I tell you? As loud and obnoxious as that was, there was almost nothing there.
No poops.
There was poops. It just wasn't much,
not
and
poops.
I'm telling you, it didn't match
It's a lot
what
of
I
gas.
heard.
Just a lot of gas.
Yeah. My God. I thought you were gonna give your daddy a run for his money for that one, but that was
yet.
a long one.
Thank you,
Just
nurse.
give it a few
Au
years.
revoir, monsieur.
Alden says hi.
Hi. Oh my God, the other day, and this is gonna be so gross. I'm sorry if your baby poop is gross.
His temperature was normal,
He
with little fluctuation either way.
There wasn't a whole lot. I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. I thought there was gonna be more than this. As the minute I move the diaper, he starts
graph
pooping. So I
showed
like
a
slammed the
steady
diaper underneath
decline
and just to make sure that it didn't get everywhere.
And an increase.
And I was like, okay, I'll just let this run its course, I
Kinda
guess.
shook me to
And
see
it was
this
like
guy's
really
life
gross. And then I was like,
reduced to
okay,
a
I guess he's done. So I went to go wipe. Nope, more came out. I was like, oh my God, this is just awful. I wasted 2 diapers because he did it again.
The poor guy's temperature had been up and down
Yeah,
like
that
a
was
white
you.
knuckle
Oh,
ride.
he was pooping
No
for
wonder he
like
looked
5
so
minutes
sick.
straight.
Well, DeSoto couldn't find it, but you found the fountain of poop.
For real, thank you.
The
Fountain of poop.
Of poop. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
I think that was also Ponce de Leon.
You know, I couldn't remember. It's one of those guys.
Why?
I just went with it because I thought it was fun.
See you later.
These are his pants. These are Ponce's pants.
I couldn't remember. I think Costanza liked DeSoto.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
like, who's your favorite explorer?
Oh,
I like
no.
DeSoto.
What now?
Wouldn't it be fun? The Mississippi.
Finished?
They would have found that anyway.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever
Okay,
watched Clone
let's
High
try again.
with us?
I've seen some of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of our favorite episodes is Ponce de Leon. He dies and they have a funeral and JFK is very upset. Nothing bad ever happens to
You
us
don't have the
Kennedys.
best idea.
I'll come
The
back
car
when
flips
you've
over.
recovered your manners.
Oh God, now what?
Hi.
It's a Chappaquiddick.
No.
That's what
See
it's
you
called.
later.
Oh no, they're racing and the car flips over.
Right.
Hello again.
So,
Do you know-
no idea
Nah,
what it is.
Have you-
Nah.
I can't move while I'm getting him in a death grip to.
Do you know?
I see.
Eye surgery, haha.
Have you heard?
No,
No, I don't know Moreland.
Does
no,
Big
don't.
gemstone means nothing.
you re-
Nah,
No, who's
Cole,
that?
what are you-
Killer
No.
Cole.
I've ne-
I think Alex
Do
is
you-
having a
Nah.
meltdown in front of us.
Do you know what?
I'm just
Is
gonna
he
blow
so-
through all
No.
these things until someone teaches me how to use this blood pressure.
Well,
thanks, Doc.
Alright, nurse. I know it might seem crazy, but can you show me?
She already told you what it is. She's not going to tell you. How to use it.
pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur.
Oh, we miss you.
Does this?
It's beautiful.
Do you recognize?
No,
Do you know?
no.
Does this?
I just want to make
Does
sure
the-
that I
The
haven't
club alarm?
left any.
Is this?
No, it.
Do you want?
Device.
Yeah. Do you want?
No, thank.
Would you like?
What?
No, it's okay. I didn't really want to use it on her any.
One second, calm.
Do you reckon?
No, I don't. It looks like a chronic health risk to me.
Well, I've been carrying it around for days, and I'm okay. My pocket's getting a little soggy.
Gross.
Thank you, nurse.
You're using
Oh,
it?
what?
No, give me that. I need the boppy. You can use this one.
Okay, I was gonna say, I need a pillow for my back.
I was like, what the hell?
You haven't finished taking my blood
Ah, you're not gonna.
Well, gee, I'd love to take your blood pressure, but the nurse hasn't told me how to do it yet.
Exactly. I'll
Will you
figure it
keep
out eventually.
quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
pressure. I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come? It's because he...
It's not. I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Oh boy. You're kind of a grouchy doctor.
Dr. Stober.
You remind me of that doctor that took care of me when I had a kidney,
Oh, the
that kidney
thing?
infection. We went to the emergency room, and I was in so much pain. the doctor basically was Dr. Cox from Scrubs. He was
Hello.
great.
What's
Like
that?
he
I
was
said-
running around like
Oh,
basically looking at
hi.
the nurses like
I'd
what the
like
fuck's
to
going
talk to
on
you
and
for a
everything.
That's
So
what I
finally, when
thought you
Nurse goes,
said.
"We gotta,
Don't look
move
so
her
down
along
in the
because we have a
mouth.
woman
No
who needs a
matter
bed
how
and she's
bad
pregnant."
things seem,
And the
I'll
doctor's like,
never
"What do you
let
mean?" She's
life
like,
get on top
She's
of
pregnant.
me.
She can't breathe.
yeah?
And so the doctor takes
What's your secret?
that patient's
Why, it's
chart out of her
easy.
hands, looks at it, and he
All
goes,
you have to do is smile and whistle this little...
Start whistling. I'll bust you in the teeth.
No.
Yeah, no, she can
It's a
breathe.
deal.
She was only like 8 weeks along.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a
This
machine.
poor brain
I've had
damaged
Mr.
Jan.
Shiny for 3 years, and he's
Mr.
never let
Shiny!
me down once.
Mr. Shiny Miles.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Because
Yeah,
I've
Mr.
never
Shiny.
known real love.
It's just that,
You think it's odd, don't you?
Well,
no,
Mr. Shiny
I,
might polish something.
I don't
Right.
mind. The rest of the staff
Nurse
think I'm
Gwendolyn ain't the
twisted.
only one polishing
I
things
heard
in this
the
war.
Oh, but I'm
back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull.
because we know the receptionist.
Weekly
is
pull.
fucking
Gave him
great.
his weekly pull.
That'll
Oops.
mop for you.
You're making me think this old dude's fucking this polishing machine, and I don't like it.
Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy
Because I was
as
thinking, like,
me.
yeah, because you know the receptionist ain't doing it.
No, she's not.
Do you know where I'd find a
She's
patient?
slut.
And she's
She's
so
a slut
jealous.
shamer. Yeah,
I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
because I never stopped running it.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the quarters?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that,
Mr.
Mr.
Shiny?
You take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would.
Why, yeah, you
With a
oughta.
friend like
Mr.
him,
Fawcett,
I've no
person on
fear of
the-
oppressors.
Right, right.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
What's that? Legit?
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah. End of the corridor.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
A nurse called Grendel? Oh, you bet I do. Me and
do you know how to use
Mr.
this thing?
Shiny.
Dude, no, apparently that just doesn't do anything.
See you later.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I never gotta go. There's 2 doctors standing out here. Surely one of them can teach me how to use a blood pressure cuff. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'll ask Mr. Mustache first. And I'll lead with the cuff.
Excuse me, sir.
Because she mentioned
You
the doctor.
must be the new boy.
Hayden something?
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop
Hayden.
wandering about and make yourself useful. Bernie, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I
Ooh,
trust
I'm
you
gonna
to
teach
look after
him how to.
Do
Hey,
your own
Benoit,
babysitting,
I know
right?
how to use this
Who
thing.
do you think you
but
are,
can
anyhow?
you show me how to use
I
it?
am Felix.
Prove to me that you know how to use
And
it.
may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary.
Wow.
I look on it as a privilege.
Wow.
An honor.
Grandel's not the only one sucking dick in this hospital.
It will open his eyes to see a real
Oh, buddy.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real.
He's about to.
Look what Nurse Grendel gave me, sir.
Ah, yes, very good. I'm glad to
Do
see
you want your
are
moose or do you want the other
training
one?
It reassures the
don't
public
want
to
moose,
see
I'll
the
put it back.
medical professional using traditional archaic tools.
I think that's all I need out of you. Go on,
Hey,
buddy.
Benoit.
No, it was Grendel, not Grandma.
Grendel.
God,
Here,
sir.
take this pressure gauge.
Kind of took a really strange turn.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
Take some blood pressures.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, miss. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty.
You will with
I was
Grendel.
talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean to get my hands dirty with the nurse.
Whoa.
Shut up, Benoit.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
This way, Benoit.
God, you're 3 quotes already, and it's only 20 after 9.
I mean, this game is fantastic. Oh, good. It skips me right here. Gives me the little hands.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Is it secret? Is it safe? Take this.
Hi, me again.
Keep it safe.
See you later.
Well, big gulps,
Hey,
huh?
Big gulps, huh? Well,
Oh man, I'm so glad that Joe did see all of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yes,
Granted,
sir.
I never really need an excuse to watch all 3 extended movies.
oh, so he did see it? Okay, good.
He has seen them. Yes.
Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
He hasn't seen any Austin Powers movies, though, apparently.
What do you
We
want
need
me
to
to
confirm
do?
whether or not he's actually seen Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask.
We do have to watch Star Trek with him since he's seen none of those.
No, he's like, oh, I saw the new ones.
Yeah, he saw
I mean, like, it's like Rather
You hit
Khan.
on
I'm like,
Eric's sophomore.
oh god.
Okay.
I
I'm
thought
going to
for
have a
sure.
heart attack and just
I
die
thought you were
right
gonna walk
here.
out the door. I did. I was like, oh no, this is it.
Okay, look at it, maybe.
It was a life-sized marble figure of a guy in robes. The sculptor had tried to give him a look of paternal authority and concern. To my mind, he looked just
I'm
plain
hoping that tongue
constipated.
is a fake tongue, Seraph. I hope that you have seen the original trilogy.
I think he's talking
Brother,
about Star
you-
Trek, not Star Wars.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Star Wars soups. I think Goop's gonna
I
leave.
like. Oh man.
Marquet?
Wow, Marquet is beat to shit.
I am Marquet.
I'm also an
He's
android.
got-
It's
can
my
you-
eye.
Can you get me a Coke while
You
you're
have?
while you're ambling off into the sunset?
Look at his eye. He looks like he's gonna be an
Oh,
android.
he thinks I'm here to kill him.
I told you that's what.
I just want to know what I should do with the jam.
The Lahmar jam.
Yeah, right here in my
Shane,
pocket.
come back.
I thought you were...
Joe hasn't seen that either, I'm sure.
I guarantee you, Shane is actually closer because he likes Western.
Assassin.
He
Assassin.
hasn't seen The Searchers.
Not me.
So.
Wait,
I never
is he trying to
inhaled.
say?
So,
Wow. Wow.
sent
That was a hashish joke. That's
That
pretty
was
funny.
awful.
He's like, I never
I thought you were
inhaled.
gonna be.
You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition.
And he goes, I never
What should I
inhaled.
do with the jam?
Oh my god.
Also, Alex, I was right. He was talking about
Grandmaster,
Star Wars.
quickly,
Oh, okay.
him that I have found it
You mean-
tripod
I think you mean Solo.
Solo.
in Paris.
No,
happened?
he's shortening it.
Not yet.
It's
The
Han
hologram.
Solo.
It's been
Solo.
taken care of.
God.
A couple of stooges with a flair for petty
God,
crime.
those new Star
Would
Treks.
that be Flap and
I liked
Guido
the
by any
first one.
chance?
You? No,
Don't worry, we don't have to have a
Vulcan.
fight.
They
What
blew
about
Vulcan.
Assassin?
They did blow up Vulcan.
It's been 10 years. I don't give a fuck.
likely
Has it been 10 years?
Yes, it's been 10 years.
have followed
Oh, I guess
And
we
they-
were
and-
dating and like.
ill
And they killed
stop
Spock's mom.
and not
They did.
I did not
to
see
prevent
anything past the first
the
one
reforging
of the
of
movie.
the sword.
Beyond is the best thing.
And that's bad,
Is
is
it?
it?
As for Klaus,
It feels more like an episode of the show.
he is gone off
Oh, we're heading to Syria, perhaps?
Oh my god, what?
a wild goose
Gonna be
chase.
chasing goose?
They have geese in Syria?
I would love if this guy just comes in and chokes him to death while we're sitting here.
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur
He's
Marquet.
definitely not gonna survive
What are you
today.
doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that,
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac
He's
arrest.
definitely choking him to death.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
What? I was gonna say a bomb was gonna go off.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter. The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Even though you're also an imposter, but yeah.
Yeah, but shush.
Look, the way to
Stand back,
sell it is to
monsieur.
really believe the lie.
Right.
It's not a lie. If you believe it.
Yeah. Good job, guy. I mean, bad job that you were falling asleep at your post.
Mm.
And the window.
Dun dun dun.
They gave you a They gave you an Inception.
They did.
So. Back at Nico's apartment.
I found Jacques Marquet.
They just love cutting me straight
Did he
back to her
talk?
apartment.
Yeah,
When they're
he
like,
talked.
you know what, you're done
For
here.
the very last time.
What?
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man?
Well,
Was it
Assassin.
No, I don't know who he was. but it certainly- He got away, out the window.
Ooh, I like this picture.
Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. Can you think of
Horseman
any use for
one.
this?
That's a thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it? What
my
are you
name's
doing with that?
Pestilence.
I picked it up in the hospital. It could
See,
be
I couldn't
useful.
remember any of them, so I just
Any
remember
of
the
them?
number. No! Like,
No,
I give a
single
shit
one.
about that kind of stuff.
Not even war?
You can't have a war without war.
War! Huh!
War.
Good God!
Ow.
I wonder if he's seen Rush Hour. Did we have that conversation? I think he's seen Rush Hour.
He probably has. He's seen a lot, he likes a lot of those action kind of
Action
movies.
comedies.
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one?
That's a
Russell
cold and
or
distant
Sergeant
attitude
Blue?
towards death.
Oh, but you're referring to
I've been
Andre.
desensitized to
I'll let
almost
you
godlike
work it out.
aloofness.
Oh my God.
That's a good line. I was hoping to talk to the cop afterwards. I didn't think that I would get booted out of the area there. What do I want to do? I guess I'll go to the museum and see if I can get that tripod. Doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
You save it real quick?
Are you scared, Al?
I am scared. I'm about to go into a sarcophagus.
Sarcophagi?
You have left it
Yeah, it's
very
called
late.
sarcophagus.
Late for what? Anything? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you, not in this gallery.
Why not?
So
It
that
is
is
on
the
it,
point.
monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He'd made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor, but on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary. What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel.
They are
That
cool people.
little
You're
old
right, this is a
buried
museum
for
to the stars.
centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
Who was Philippe le Bel?
You don't know? Philippe IV, the King of France.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
It's all coming together.
All I know is he was King of France. I don't even know why he was called Philippe le Bel.
My grandmother's first name was Elizabeth, and when my uncle was probably around 20, he was betting on horses, and they were looking at the newspaper. One of the horses' name was Elsie Lobel, and then after that just became my grandmother's nickname.
I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the right qualifications, a military manner, squeaky shoes, and an irrational hatred of children.
And an irrational hatred of children.
There you go.
Sounds like Joe.
Yes.
Does this apparatus mean anything to you?
No.
No? Alright then.
Thanks for your help.
Let's talk to the guy over at the coin case. Hey you're new.
I beg your pardon. Are you Andre Lobineau?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No. I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Pegram? Professor Nigel Pegram? He's in Ireland, investigating a Templar site, isn't he?
He was, until he disappeared.
Did Pegram find this on his
there.
bed?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, are you?
Well, I try to keep an open mind on the matter. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
What?
Are you sure?
Positive.
What? The most recent map I have shows America as
Take a look at this nose,
He just uses
Lobineau.
old maps.
It really doesn't interest
200-year-old maps. Really? You're telling me that
Have
his
you ever
whole
heard
life?
the
He's into
Hashashin?
history.
Why, yes. It was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language. Assassini. The assassins.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams.
Drifted.
He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water,
This
the most
isn't
delicious
that
food,
freaky.
the
There's
choicest
definitely a
hash,
whole Knights
and the
Templar.
most
And
delectable
There was the
women
whole
imaginable.
pile of hay you climbed.
Yeah, that's
Do
true.
you have the address?
I didn't eagle
I
drop
haven't
into it,
finished
though.
the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real
What's the
world.
name of the guy from
He was
Assassin's
told
Creed?
that he'd been given a glimpse of the
Oh,
heaven
Desmond.
reserved for holy martyrs.
Desmond Llewellyn.
A
I
heaven
think that's it,
he would
Desmond.
enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
And then it was Altair and Ezio Auditore.
Mhm.
And
That's
I-
the one that
and I didn't
Andrew
play-
liked.
Yeah, they didn't play anything.
How did the
after that.
assassins operate?
Well,
Sorry, go get your
I
Ezio
explained
cosplay.
the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the
Wasn't enjoying
dagger, poisons,
I heard. I mean, my
disguise.
friend Chris,
Then
the
the
guy that
Grand
made
Master of the sect
um,
would name an
Delco
enemy
Proper,
of Allah.
just finished playing.
And they'd stop
What?
at nothing to eliminate
Delco
that
Proper.
enemy.
Did we not watch that with you?
You
No, you
got
watched it with
it.
Joe.
They were fearless
Oh, we
and
gotta watch
deadly.
that.
Alright.
Does the cult of the assassins still
I gotta
exist?
find the video. It's
Take a
hidden
look
on
around
YouTube.
at the world
So I
today.
can find the
You
direct
tell
link.
me.
Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth,
Duck
but I
Rubber is
didn't
the
have
most
time.
Ducko thing ever,
When was
you're right.
this?
Oh,
It is.
back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just
No,
thinking aloud.
don't worry about me. I didn't say victims. You said victims.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for
This
many
guy
thousands.
is just.
He's
A
Mr.
dark
Exposition.
temple of death, with row upon row of
Basil
arches,
Exposition.
each
Yes,
one
he's Basil
spanning a
Exposition.
grim exhibit. Scores
almost
of
as
rotting
Ducko as my fraternity brother
corpses swung
Tots,
on
who
creaking
did a senior
rope,
project in Drexel
while
with a
the
threefold
crows
poster board
devoured.
and crayon.
Oh my god.
That is
That
very
explains
Ducko. Was he
the
wearing
image of
shorts when he
hanged
presented
man.
it?
I
In
found
the
the
winter?
records
In the
of
winter?
Montfaucon in Ireland,
In Philly?
a village
In
called
Philly?
24
Lamar.
degrees, walking around in a wife beater and shorts, and just be like, oh man.
Is his
Oh, you know
actual
he was-
name Tots?
No, that was
Where
his.
was the site
It's his
of
friend.
Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now.
There was only one
The
guy.
exhibit was torn down during the Revolution.
Sorry, there was two guys in our fraternity whose names were just their nickname. The one guy's his last name was Glacier, so
He was.
so we just called him Glacier.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
pretty
nickname.
great last
It's a
name,
great
though.
name
That's
anyway.
a pretty great
And
name.
then the other one was Coondrat.
Yes.
And I was like,
That's.
it's just gotta be that.
Oh, wait. This begs the question.
Wait, wasn't
What
Boomer's
was
name
yours?
Boomer?
Oh yes, also Boomer's name was Boomer.
What was
That's
yours
true.
then, Alex?
That was just Schick.
Oh,
They
okay.
called him Chick Quattro because he was the fourth Chick.
Yes, I was the fourth Schickling to go for that fraternity. So I was Schick Quattro.
Dylan was
Just-
Hurricane.
Just shortened to Shriek.
Dylan was Hurricane because he'd show up, fuck shit up, and then peace out.
Really, what it was is that the first night that he hung out at the fraternity, Dylan and Ed Dolphin sat in his
Yeah.
room and they both drank full bottles of Hurricane.
Oh,
and
I
just
know.
Threw up everywhere.
Oh, I know that story too, but I liked the other one better.
Your mind was Ellie, because of Ellie and Gonzalez. That's fucked up.
That was no better than fucking Goulet.
Okay, no, it's way better. It's way worse than Goulet.
I guess, but
Okay,
still.
he was just a white guy that wore a turtleneck one time, and he suddenly became Robert Goulet.
It's gonna be racist in its own way. You white, you Ben Affleck.
He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war in England to fund. The trouble was, the Templars were
It's great
highly
how he came up with the
respected
names
holy
too.
order.
They would walk in as pledges. They'd stand around. They had to tell us like a story about their life and a joke and what their name was. And then after they were done, we'd go, "Okay, this is your nickname now." And it really
So it's not too different from Animal House.
No,
basically
it's really not.
Clay's was super gigantic, banana hands, monkey feet. I felt bad for this guy's name was Rob Germanario, and originally we were going to call him German. It was like, let's just call him Sperm.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, that's literally
Rob
what they call him.
Germanario was Sperm for
If the
free.
Templars were so powerful,
Yeah.
how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course.
Turns out
The
both
Pope
Jackies hate
was
that.
Clement
That's right.
V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
The Jackie.
Fate.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nothing to
Jackie.
He was
I'm not
Philippe's
gonna lie.
puppet.
All through high
Wanted
school,
to further
hearing
his political
Jackie was
ambitions.
not that great.
What, Jackie?
Philippe wanted to
One
work at
more
the
thing.
Templars.
Every single
Fuck
person was
you.
Jackie. One more thing.
Fuck you.
Oh?
So what was Philippe's plan? What happened?
Sealed
That was a great
orders were
cartoon.
sent
It
out.
was
It was
very good.
it was a great cartoon.
Opened until
Just
the
want to get that
Jackie
across.
just couldn't enjoy
The day
it.
was Friday, July 13th. That's the origin of our superstition
Maybe if all of my
regarding
friends were
that date.
fucking nerds, it wouldn't have been so bad.
Maybe if all your high school friends weren't watching
Wow.
cartoons.
It was the
Felt
biggest
bad
bust
because during our
in the
EV playthrough,
history
Alex let us
of
do
the
that for like
world.
14 episodes before he told us Jack didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
EB.
Earthbound.
No.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I don't really care. I mean, at this point, what does it matter?
What happened to the Templars after
Oh,
their
I've
arrest?
got
anything
a splinter
matter?
in this.
What does anything
Not for
matter
that.
exactly?
So we handed the Templars over to the Inquisition.
There was a
Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid
There's
list
like a
of
thing
blasphemy.
Like what?
It's
Oh,
gone now.
the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd
I'm sure
sexual
Joe hasn't seen
practices,
Animal House, right?
spitting on the Holy
No,
Cross,
although
that kind
Jaws
of
has seen Animal House because
That
it was
must
one of
have
the
given
movies
their
that I
lawyers
forced
some
to watch
headaches.
with me.
Whether or not the accusations were
He
true,
enjoyed it
this
enough.
was not good publicity.
I was gonna say, that's not really Jaws' cup of tea.
He didn't appreciate Donald Sutherland's
But
ass.
so were the
I was like,
Templars.
this man is a
Literally.
giant of
Hundreds of them were
acting.
Donald
found
Sutherland's
guilty
a
of
national
heresy
treasure.
and flamed grilled at the
Is he a
stake.
national? Was he a national treasure?
No, he's not in
No,
National
he
Treasure.
is a
Oh, he
national
is a
I was
national
like, because we were talking about national treasures. I was like,
I mean, shit,
is Donald Sutherland
that's
a
Kiefer
national
Sutherland's
treasure?
father. If you think of it that way, that alone, he's Kiefer Sutherland's father.
I know. What a mistake. Thank you, sir.
But
I
surely
have
Philippe
no-
had no proof of his
Oh,
charges against the
cute
Templars.
little
A
Kevin
man
Bacon.
will admit anything
Getting
under
paddled
torture.
in the ass.
The
Cute
Inquisition
little Kevin
fabricated
Bacon.
some nonsensical demon
Yeah,
called performance,
16-year-old looking.
and then suggested to the victims
ass Kevin
that this was
That's
what
how he
they
looked for
worshipped.
like 20 years.
I know.
But they didn't have to agree.
Speaking of Kevin Bacon,
Like a show
Tremors.
a
We gotta find a
Templar
copy
coming
of
to
Tremors.
trial
Tremors, yeah.
with both
Love that movie.
feet burnt off. Fragments
And
of
Tremors
flesh
2, now
and
they're
charred
tiny.
bone
And Tremors 3,
pouring
they
from
fly
the
now.
scalp.
What?
But would
How
you
are they
not
tiny?
admit to stop?
Remember the big
such
Tremors,
torment?
they explode because the
So there
tiny
was no
Tremors are
truth at
inside
all
them?
in the Baphomet
Oh,
Oh,
Tremors
accusation?
too,
yeah,
right?
I did.
Not
No,
a
no,
shred.
yeah.
Almost every
From
victim
now on, I'm
described
only
the
gonna say
idol
Jackie being like Nathan
differently.
Explosion.
No,
Oh, really?
Baphomet never existed.
That's awesome. Awesome.
So Philippe stole
Was
the
it over?
Templars.
Oh
When
no.
the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
I like how it's the
Germans-
very last
he's on a roll.
one.
Just-
I was like, I'm done listening to this guy, and it was the very last thing that he had to say. So I got all of it except for the last thing.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
By me.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true.
No.
I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place,
I heard them planning the raid.
they're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
But don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point.
Alright, maybe I'll ask
I'd
about
like your
May
opinion
first.
on a medieval manuscript.
Oh yeah, we
Vraiment?
need to start thinking about what
Do you
we're
have
gonna
it
do
with
for
you?
costumes.
No,
for
it's
Katie
too
and Andrew's
fragile. And besides,
Halloween party.
there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their
Oh, I
hands
forgot
on
that
it.
we give a $5
Intriguing.
payout for highest score.
Do you have
for
a
the
copy
week
of the
in our
text?
fantasy
There
football.
isn't much. Only a few
Katie's
Latin
saying,
phrases.
in my 4 years
I
of
was
fantasy
kind of
football,
hoping you'd
I've
help
never won
decipher
any
the
return on my
pictures.
investment.
Without
including
seeing
high
the
school league.
manuscript,
4 years
that's
she's
a
been doing it, she's
tall
never
order.
won any money.
Just tell me one
Here I
thing.
am at
What is the
114.24
image
points,
of two
and Jeremy
men
has the highest at
riding on the same
115.5.
Oh God.
My defense is
You're
actively
not
playing. I can go in either
Does
direction.
the
I'm so
Templars see
close.
us study
Oh
on this
man,
manuscript?
that
I'd love to
sucks.
see that for myself.
Alright, let's talk about crosses.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I
you
sure
were
can,
saying-
Georgie.
I
Soldiers,
missed it, sorry.
We need to start
diplomats,
thinking about what
mercenaries,
costumes we're
monks,
gonna wear for
bankers,
Katie and
you name it.
Andrews.
The
Oh, right.
Templars
We
fit
have Halloween
the
coming up.
The greatest
Yeah.
fighting force
Well,
in Christendom, the
We
militia
can
of
consider
Christ.
our costumes, I guess,
Jeez.
all on my leave.
Your leave is gonna be like a week before Halloween.
Yeah, October 22nd.
Do you know how expensive everything's gonna be at that point?
How did the Templars get their name?
From the
What if we
building
buy,
in
like,
which they
large
set up their
children's costumes from
headquarters. The king of Jerusalem
place.
gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount.
We'll just wear them on
Said
our
to have
heads.
been the
I
site
just,
of
I was
the
gonna say, I just
original
want,
Temple
I
of
want to
Solomon.
understand what you think.
The order became known
A
first
large
as the Knights
children's
of the Temple,
costume.
and later.
No, what I'm saying is that, listen, I
Your
want.
line of information, Andre.
Glad to.
When
be
I was
of
a senior in high school,
Yoshi.
I wore my younger brother Quinn's Halloween costume.
You were a senior in high school. You're a 30-year-old man now.
It didn't fit me very well.
I
It
got
was
the point.
freezing outside. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sure it was great.
We were all super high.
Alex,
We went to Dunkin' Donuts. It was a prisoner outfit, and it was like up to here on me, and like these tiny short shorts because Quinn was like 8. And then my mom gave me a banana to put in the pants, and I had oranges, and it was tied off like like I was some hula
of course,
dancer.
your fucking mother did that.
And there was an EMS guy out front drinking a coffee and eating a donut who saw us all and was like, "How you guys doing tonight?" That's all I remember of the night.
Your mother.
What?
made sure to look.
What is your life,
fucking
Alex?
Hacking. This is what I'm talking about, though. This is why, like.
She was like, "Here, put this banana in your pants."
we
It looks like
die-
you got a big dick.
All right, look at me. This is what I'm talking about. When we die, your mother doesn't get the kids. Right? This is what I'm fucking talking about.
I'm sure there's pictures of it.
I don't. I've put my foot down. When we die, your mother does not get the
Chris
kids.
Doherty was in a sombrero and poncho.
Of course he fucking was.
Who was?
Our friend Chris. He's the kid that just had the baby and named him Maverick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that gave. He's the
Top
one that
son,
gave.
baby.
He gave Dylan a lap dance on his 21st birthday.
Oh yeah, he had a whole bunch of like glow sticks and stuff. My mom hired him to do it.
Again.
He was wearing fishnets, and there's a picture on Facebook where you can clearly see his balls.
Again. My
taking
fucking point.
it down is
My
like a
fucking
decade.
point stands.
What? I can't even forward question. All right, I'm gonna ask this.
Oh, I like the name Horace.
Your
though.
mother hired him to
Yes.
do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, I could
Your
write a-
mother!
I could fucking write a book of all the bad choices his mother has made that are not mother choices.
It was a fun time.
She tried to convince him to get a brow piercing.
Yeah, an eyebrow piercing. Well, we were on the boardwalk and she was drunk. Like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Everybody experiences that.
That's when she got her eyebrow piercing when she was younger.
Jesus
And
Christ.
her unicorn tattoo. She also hates unicorns. She's an interesting and wonderful woman. For
How
sure.
come the Templars
She's
became
never gonna
so
raise our
wealthy?
kids.
There was a constant stream of new recruits to the ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear
Jesus fucking Christ.
poverty, chastity, and obedience.
Yep.
So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held back the poor.
I'm not in the mood for all this.
Oh,
What do you mean?
the
I'm sorry. The Templars.
The
I get
manuscript
it.
is
There's
being-
in
Templars.
Paris?
Yeah.
Well, just give me the address and I'll,
I'm not so maybe I should check.
a female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it was my imagination, but I
Oh,
noticed
no.
a predatory look in his eye.
What have we
What?
done?
This friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf.
At the sound of a woman's existence, he's suddenly gotten all rapey.
I don't like it.
This friend,
This is
who
weird.
has the manuscript,
The anonymous girlfriend.
she lives at 361.
What is wrong with
Rue
you?
Jarry.
Ah, I know it well.
I don't think that's her
I'll
address.
drop by. Just as soon as I can.
Ugh.
Oh man, did we just end up getting that poor,
Stop
fat,
it.
psychic woman raped?
What? That's
Is that
Nicole's
her
address.
address?
No, that's Nicole's address.
Is that Nicole's address? I thought we just. Dude, why'd you get her raped? Right, exactly. I thought that we gave him the address of the fat lady that
The
lives
fat
next
lady's in
door.
front of the fucking building that Nicole works at or lives
Across
at.
the street.
Oh my God,
She's
no,
across the
Al.
street. So we were like, here, why don't we send you that way?
She's the landlady.
She's not the landlady.
Thanks for your help.
Definitely not the
You're
landlady.
welcome.
Oh, okay.
She just lives across the street and she sells flowers and gives psychic reading.
Dude, I don't know what her life is, dude.
Alright, I'm gonna step out real quick. Oh, what is this?
The case contained a collection of rocks. They were all shapes and colors, but they were still rocks. Above them, a sign read,
God.
L'âge
Why has
Paléolithique.
Broken Sword turned us into
Pardon me?
complete
It really has. Oh, I wanna talk about these.
nonsensical people?
I want to talk about these rocks. No?
Forget it.
No? Okay.
This didn't happen during Loom or even like Monkey Island. No. It
No,
happened
it
during
happened-
fucking Broken Sword.
The most serious.
One of the more serious. Well, these
Through the grimy
not
glass,
serious.
what they were,
I mean, it is, but George is constantly cracking wise.
Alright, let's see if I can hide now.
Cracking wise is a good
Hold
way
on.
to put that.
Can you save me up?
Bebop, boo boo bop.
Wow. Although I gotta say, my head is killing me tonight. I think we might need to call it early.
Well, it's not even 10, so slow your roll.
If he's not feeling well, Jackie, I mean.
No, I'm just joking.
I got like another half hour in me, I think. Go quicker.
Flying food.
Alright. Now tell the other guy it's closing time and get out of here.
I have a woman that wants to rape. Get out.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
To look at the
More
same
than enough
coins.
for me.
Right?
I
This
can't
part's in
wait to
real
get
time.
home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Alright. Hours pass. I like the change of angle.
His face.
Oh, there's Weasel.
Yes, but that poor
There's
woman isn't
Gorilla.
gonna get raped. Jesus Christ.
Are you like rooting for it now?
No, I feel terrible.
Hey, Guido, look at this.
Oh my god.
Maybe keep your mouth
Turn
down.
around, you moron. Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight. What the? Who's there?
Let's
feel like I
get
almost got
out of
shot.
here.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
you idiot.
I got fished.
Let's.
Oh no! Gorilla.
What? What?
Is it a different thief? Was that Nico? Did I do it?
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in
Boom,
costume.
boom. It was
You mean-
Nico.
It was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico.
Shot. Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just
You
wish
gotta
you'd
get
told
over a
me.
minute
Yeah.
there.
Oh, hell, Nico.
Oh, hell,
Us
Nico.
together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't fuck Georgie, please.
I mean, if you want to be all
Oh, now she's
judgy.
calling me Georgie.
And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought
Don't
you'd
call me
be
Shirley.
pleased.
She really
I
does
thought we got the
sex it up, doesn't she?
She's
Aren't you
French.
going to try putting the gem on the
I'm
table?
fairly certain that's what
I
they're
guess
trying to
so.
go for with that.
I know. But... Alright.
Everything
Wow.
she says.
Holy
is-
moly.
happened.
What?
Yeah.
The
The gem of the tripod. Ooh.
What does that prove?
Now it's time to put it between a man and a bull. That's what it has on
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again.
Ew.
He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made
Ew.
a sketch of the knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so. What do you think the purpose of this tripod is?
On the manuscript, the gem is shown mounted on top of it.
So, we risked a criminal charge to steal a display stand?
Don't ask me. Maybe it's intended to hold the gem in a specific position.
Lobineau explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh, boy.
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have.
You really like
The guy
that,
responsible
Jackie?
for the downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel.
I've heard of him.
Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure Andre will tell you all
They
about
called
you.
him Philip.
Sure, he already
Philip
did.
the
Let's
asshole.
take another look at the manuscript.
We'll see. Wish I could just click that.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem.
Right.
That's the tripod.
Okay.
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Are we
Okay.
going to the beach?
To the what?
Time and tide wait for no man.
I was gonna say.
It's like, is there something on the beach that we need to find?
George Summer. Hot on the trap. Private eye.
Alright, lady. I'm sorry I almost got you raped. Let's have a
You're
conversation.
gonna talk to the old lady like she's the one that almost got raped? Jesus Christ.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Maybe she needs it. I
Have you
don't
seen
know. Look at
anyone
her.
out here watching Mademoiselle Collar's apartment?
Yes, I am. A strange man, tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Bogart always had a loose cheek.
What do you make of this?
Bogart was very loose butthole.
Right, he was so loose butthole.
She's not my girlfriend.
Nonsense. You and her were made for each other.
Bogart was always loose butthole.
Do you know what this tripod was used for?
I couldn't imagine.
Alex. Alex.
What does this apparatus mean to you?
Just fight through this the rest of the night because you're just giving us so much gold.
How come?
I can see.
It's just spewing out now.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur.
Oh god.
I'm so. Oh fuck, loose butthole. That's not tight butthole. That's definitely not tight butthole.
Definitely not tight butthole.
Oh. Love that show. Where the fuck am I going? Let's go to Rue Jerry. Nope, that's where we were.
Rue Jerry. Going to Rue Jerry.
What about Mussy Croon?
You can take the tripod back.
Yeah, here you go. Sorry about that.
It's like Mussy Croon.
How did I hear that from Sully and not you? What? Tight butthole? It's from Workaholics.
The glass case was intact, but the tripod had been replaced by a sign reading, "Exhibit temporarily removed." Pardon me?
Wow,
We
that
miss
totem
you?
pole is
Oh,
back in
it's
stellar
you.
performance there.
Well, what do you want now? You're not going to try to hide in that closet again, are you?
I hear your tripod was stolen.
Oh.
Nothing transpired in the bad news. It is true. It happened last night. I always said that alarm was no good.
Yeah, it didn't do shit.
Thanks.
Alright.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie. What's with the long face?
Haven't you heard? The tripod was stolen.
Haven't you
No
held?
kidding.
I wasn't
I just
able
don't
to
get
it.
so many other treasures. And if these choose the
Swing by the
tripod,
hospital.
A modern day Alphonse.
who knows?
Ask for Nurse Grendel.
Nurse Grendel.
Hey,
Not
I
the
visited
receptionist.
Nicole's
She won't do.
apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Is there an option for I fucking
What
told
a
you that
fine
yesterday?
Georgie boy.
There's not a lot of
I
dialogue
don't expect
options. I
anything
have to
quite
click the
so
pictures, but I wish there
sexy.
were.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
What story does the manuscript
Come
tell?
on now.
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Fucking
Tourists?
liar.
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The
Def-
tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference.
Because the walls come down.
A Persian god, almost as popular as
No,
Christ at
that
one
is
time.
that's a deep
The
cut
only thing
joke
I
from the
can
final
be sure
season
of
of
is
Oz.
his
If you've ever watched
Yeah,
Oz.
so
The
one of
writing
the
on
main
the
characters,
shield,
his
the
brother gets put in
reference
the prison
to
with him. His
Ave
brother
Maria.
has
No
he has brain
self-respecting
damage.
knight from Northern
So he's,
Europe
you know, he's
would have
basically a
borne a
3-year-old
coat
at
of
that point.
arms like that.
So to deal with his emotions while
Can
he's
you
in
identify the
solitary
knight's coat of
and
arms?
awaiting death
I
penalty,
already
they
did.
give him a sock
He's
puppet,
a member of
and he
the
calls it
Vasconcelos
Jericho,
family
and he
from the
starts
Costa
basically
Rica.
treating it like it's another personality,
famous?
and they're like,
No.
why Jericho?
They
And he goes
not
up to the nurse and he
mentioned
goes,
after the 15th century.
because the walls come down.
Yes. They moved on. They are probably
Jackie-
long dead.
He loves that.
Fucking love that.
That show is really
Do you
good.
think
That was
the
a great
manuscript
show.
could be
Don't
a
let that
map
tell
of
you.
the
Like, that
Temple
show was
treasure?
phenomenal.
Frankly, no.
And
That
it's
was
like,
great.
It's like Band of Brothers, where like literally everyone was
The
in.
manuscript is interesting enough and a rare find, but that's all.
What's his name gets
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a
raped,
map,
like,
though?
real early on.
The treasure
one?
of the Knights
You know
Templar.
the guy that's in love with Wayne
A
in Wayne's
romantic
World?
notion, Georgie, but extremely improbable.
His like buddy, who's always just like high and plastered to the back of the
Oh,
car.
yeah, that one, yeah,
And he's
he
like,
does.
I love you, Wayne. No, like, I love you, Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the main character.
Okay. Got
Tobias.
Yeah, Tobias.
Yeah, he gets raped in the first episode.
Thanks for your help,
By
Andre.
J.
You're
Jonah
welcome.
Jameson.
J.K. Simmons.
No. Oh yeah, right.
It's
It
definitely
was.
J.K.
Yeah, it
Simmons.
was. It was
J.K.
J.K.
Simmons is like the main bad guy.
This
of
was the
Oz.
first thing I ever saw him in.
Yeah.
The first
It's
thing I
really-
ever saw him in was
it's really
Oz.
good.
Granted, I was 12 and I wasn't quite understanding it entirely, but I still knew it was a great fucking show. So we
This
went
what?
back and watched it again.
The guy from NCIS.
Yes. No, not NCIS. No, you're talking
Well,
of the
like
guy
that.
from Law and Order SVU.
Law and Order, yeah. He's in it.
Yes, he's the one that's in love with Tobias.
Ice-T?
No.
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 No, the white guy.
Oh.
With the rectangular head.
Yeah, that one.
Then the Asian guy is the priest. Oh, and what's her name from West Side Story?
Yeah, Rita.
Rita
Moreno.
Rita Moreno. She's in it
She's
as
the
well.
sister.
She's great. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I never went out that!
What's her name from West Side Story?
Yeah, so, it's the Asian guy. So you remember the Asian guy from Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
guy, he's the priest.
Yes. Let's go talk to the police.
And he's like the super young priest.
Wait a second. There it is. Officer. Hey! It's Clown.
No, it's not.
It's a
he's
clown.
juggling.
It is a clown, Alex. It's not the clown.
I didn't say it's
you're
the
looking
clown. I
for.
said it's a clown.
Okay.
Let's go talk about clownisms.
He's not just a clown. He's a juggler.
Hey,
He's a juggler.
you with
I
the
know.
balls.
You with the
A
balls!
juggler.
We? Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say, whoop-de-doo.
Oh!
That's a sassy
they all,
clown.
They all just are cheering me getting shit on.
That
I
is
have no
a
desire to
sassy
talk
clown.
Alright, let's just talk over here to... What's his name? You know that British character actor?
Which one?
Okay. So you know the
You
Princess
got-
and the Frog?
Yes, dear.
So you know the guy that turns into
The
the
prince.
prince? He's modeled after that guy. He was like the sleazeball on Harry Potter. That was like Voldemort's helper
Oh,
duty.
yeah.
Alan Rickman.
No.
No.
The
He's
one
like
that was Worm
this
Tongue.
and like
He was Worm Tongue.
fat.
Yeah, Wormtongue.
Yeah.
Wormtail.
Wormtail,
Wormtail.
thank you.
That's clearly him.
Green here. Wormtongue is Lord of the Rings.
Yes, thank you.
Excuse me, officer.
Get shit together.
And how may I help you?
I was gonna say I can tell exactly how he's gonna sound by the shape of his cheeks.
What do you
Can you
think
arrest this juggler?
of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
That is the
But
highest
he's
compliment a
blocking
juggler's
the
ever
thoroughfare
heard.
and obstructing
Most
traffic.
watchable.
He is amusing.
Oh yes,
The
I
traffic
can
is
watch that.
If he wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well.
My God,
Well.
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
I can tell how he's
You
gonna sound by
have
the shape
seen
of
the
his
Parisian
cheeks.
traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy
East side
the
of Rome?
sun. the architecture, and the social Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
An excellent question,
Oh my God.
monsieur.
The end.
So you're not gonna do anything about this guy?
No.
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you gonna do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration. What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templars. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they
Well.
teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Shake my
Would you like to shake?
hand.
I stopped myself barely in time.
Come on, boys.
Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key.
All right. What about if I give him some?
What do you make of this grease paint stained
Tissue.
tissue?
Delightful. Would you like to see some of my
Ah.
used tissues?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Then please put yours away.
Somebody finally
God.
gave you yours back.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking did it to
Alex
me.
did do it. Alex did it
He
so
got
long.
me.
The pattern look beyond that.
You've finally been had, Alex.
Have you seen this man before?
No. Who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh.
Is that all you can say? Oh.
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac, but it didn't seem polite.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Aha! A prosthetic nose. Very significant.
It is?
No.
Wow, this guy's trolling you
I am
hard.
just
I know,
having
I love
a
him.
joke.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
A typically Parisian sidewalk cafe. Last time I visited one of those, it blew up. I decided I was happy enough right where I was.
God, I hope this is like a Twin Peaks thing. I hope we're talking. Oh man.
There was
I can't
no
even-
want to fall like a... And the
You can't
legal-
even talk about it. You're so excited.
I hope this is all in my head. I want to see the sign.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Let's.
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm.
Ow, shut up.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this? Juggler?
What do you think?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No! I am a jongleur.
A jongler?
A jongler.
A jongler.
A dongler.
He's pretending to
A
be me.
jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravity aeroballetic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God. Chuckles the jongler.
Chuckles the jongler.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Let's
What do you
talk
know
about
about
the
the Knights
Templars.
Templar?
Maybe you know something about the Knights Templar.
Jesus Christ.
Chuckles the jongler.
Jacques de Molay was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I was doing.
And
But
yet.
this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
Oh my God.
Obviously.
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
What an opportunity.
Jesus Christ.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not. Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No. If so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down
An
the
idea
pothole of
capered
abstraction before I
around
could focus on
near the spotlight of my attention.
Oh yeah, he's a poet.
What?
it. Catch you later.
Who
Au revoir,
fucking
monsieur.
talks like that, even in their heads?
I do.
You
What
know
if I show
what?
my red nose to them?
Can't fucking
No,
stand those.
apparently not. Okay. Can you do something about it now? He humiliated me.
Hello again, officer.
I don't think he cares.
Hello again, monsieur.
What?
Mm.
Jackie. The clown nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
You gonna wear that?
I guess.
Do I look like a clown?
Yes.
No. Although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Whoever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. You have it.
Ah. Thank you, Bojangles.
Bojangles.
I'll see you around.
I'll be
That
there.
doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Thank you, Bojangles.
He looks like... Okay. Here's where my leap came from.
Oh, well, I can't wait to hear this.
So he looks like an overfed bulldog.
So Winston Churchill.
And I once... Yes, and Winston Churchill looks like a dog that I once knew called Bojangles. Who has a big fucking fat dumb bulldog face.
Now wait a minute. Was
That's
Bojangles
him.
the one that teleported?
No, that was Scooter Jones.
Okay.
He was a poor little guy.
Yeah.
He was blind in both eyes, and he wouldn't move if you were looking at him. He like sensed that you were looking at him. He was this tiny little white dog, and he'd go
I've had this confirmed with like 8 other people.
and just like stare off like this, and you'd look away for a second to talk to him, and you'd look back, and he'd be on the other side of the room, looking in the corner, just like, like, what? Like he'd know you were looking at him and wait to move so no one could see that he moved.
Yeah.
Okay, what if I use the clown nose?
Hi again.
Oui?
It was a very
What is
personal
it this
joke.
Look, a red nose.
No, I don't.
Oh, you say, whoop-de-doo.
I don't want to show him the red nose. I want to use the.
Hi again.
What are you going to do without talking to him?
Yeah, I'll talk to him. I'll get the
Oui?
juggling going.
What is it this time?
Give me another
I'd
shot
like to
of
have
shit.
another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon.
Donk. Ho ho!
The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls
Oh my god.
and left in a fury.
Really? That's all it took to
What?
make him
Hey,
leave in a fury?
You forgot
What?
one of your balls. Hey! But he didn't hear.
Did I end up
Better
with
still,
an extra ball?
deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing
I
for
do
a
suck
change.
at juggling. I do, and so does George Stobart.
It was the bright red ball I'd got from the juggler.
Alright,
I
crap.
had no desire to talk to the crowd.
They're gonna continue to look at me though, huh?
In French, English, and German, it read, in 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the knightly order of the Templars
Jackie, you know
and
what I should do here?
excommunicated
Oh, God,
its
what?
members on
Get in that
charges
fucking
of
man.
heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this
I
site.
said I
Their
said I should
Grand
get in
Master,
that fucking
Jacques de
man
Molay,
hole.
was burnt
I
at the
still have the
stake
manhole
on an
cover
island
open,
in the
right?
Seine.
No, I don't think you do. Oh, you
Yeah,
do.
yeah, still
You
does.
totally do.
Oh, I can totally do it.
Yeah. No kidding. I thought this was what you were
I thought the
gonna
point
In
was
front of these
I
people?
I thought the point was just to see the sign.
But you're doing it in front of these people.
I I am.
I'm pretty sure you could have seen the sign without.
I tried clicking the sign and I ended up talking to the juggler.
I think you weren't precise enough.
Huh. Well, down's the hole. Ooh, I put the manhole cover back over me. That was not a good decision.
How did you put the manhole cover back over you?
One-handed, of course.
Oh, of course.
Can make us leak?
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
you don't need tools
long
for
jump
that.
time.
No, maybe I shouldn't be doing a long jump.
Here goes.
Did you call set
Do I
jump
look
first?
crazy or something?
Never mind.
Alright. Can you give me a save? I realized after I hit that long jump that maybe I don't want a long jump to my death.
Maybe you do.
Yeah, that's true. You do have a point there. Oh yeah, I will use the price strike.
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get
My sound
maintenance
is way
crews
lower
on.
than it used to be.
Either that or the Phantom of the Opera
know
was
how-
somewhere near.
Is the
There were
plug
3
loose?
arches,
Mine's good.
each with an inscription.
Mine's
Here we go.
fine.
Mine was loose.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
What about this one?
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
And how I lost mine.
Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe. The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain.
Okay.
On the boat was a winching machine.
It's all coming together. Apparently not. Nope. Oh, yeah. Let's just go look at this thing real quick.
On the boat,
Different one I wanted to look at.
what's a guy supposed to do with a sewer? Don't answer that.
I had to walk all the way over here for that dumb line. Apparently I can't go walking with it in my hand. What could I... Jackie, any thoughts
What to do here? I have no idea.
on what I could be potentially...
Oh, I know.
winching?
Would it be that thing on the dock there? The little... oh, right. That?
No, it's nothing.
Okay. Well, that was my thought.
I mean, this is the Templar one.
The inscription was hard to read.
Can I electrocute him? This game does like sewers.
It is Paris.
Is there maybe something I can put a hole in there?
Did you try attaching the hook directly to that?
Maybe not directly to that one. I tried it on a different one. No, he just puts it right down.
The inscription was hard to read.
What does this say again?
The inscription was undecipherable. I wondered why.
It's cracked and falling away. Can I fucking bust it to pieces with this piece of metal? Huh?
Hey!
I can crack at it.
That's hollow!
Okay, cool.
It was time for some brutal destruction.
Sweet.
Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever.
Let's try this one.
Alright!
That sounded pretty solid.
And the middle.
Nothing hollow there.
Hollow bastion.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts. You let me down.
We didn't even finish it. All
You
right.
barely even started it.
There it goes.
We barely started it, so I mean, let's not get too carried away.
Hey, cool.
What do you mean, eh? My fucking god.
Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid. Inside the...
How you feeling?
There we go. I'm feeling wonderful. He did it. George, you fucking unit. God. All right. Nope.
It would take a blacksmith or an engineer to do anything with that.
Am I peeping?
In the beginning was the end.
His mustache man.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day. Report.
The military establishments are in flux.
So Wilford Brimley.
The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens.
Wow,
A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence
Holy
is
shit.
growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern
This
is
is like when you
emerging.
guys were playing
Our
Pandemic and I kept coming over and be like, so,
now.
things are getting pretty serious in China.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging.
I was thinking about doing a Groucho thing the entire time. And I'm like, I am going to resist.
Governments are dying.
Apparently, Alex does not share your sentiments.
From their own.
And Alex goes straight in.
The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order.
What do you think of you, me, and Abby being Ghostbusters for Kid Andrew's thing at Miles'
Professor.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Where
Very,
is
very
the
cute.
broken sword?
Ooh, the broken sword, Daggy.
Last night I woke up, and I put in my pajamas. How I got there, I'll never know.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a
Using
dramatic
horse feathers, right?
increased
Yeah.
budget.
My dad can do
What
the
have you
entire
been doing with our
speech that he does at the
money,
intro.
Professor?
We
In
are
front of all
working on the principle
faculty and students,
that the
members of
Templars,
faculty, something like that.
that is to say, our predecessors.
Have you seen horse apples?
Hold on.
Ow,
These
that's
are the
totally different
Templars?
thing.
must have left a trail
Jesus.
when they were
Ah, horse apple.
Horse apples.
You ever see the show Wonder Chosen?
Of historians,
No.
archaeologists,
So Wonder Chosen was a
I trust
Yeah.
these historians
Thank you.
and
We'll watch them
archaeologists.
Soccer.
I
Yeah.
will trust
And a punch to the
Harriet
face,
and
too.
your friend Peter.
Igram was
Wonder Chosen was written
trying
in
to
part
protect
by
the modern gem
David Cross.
when the Hashashim
Okay.
came near.
And the
And
second season,
failed.
they did a segment.
And don't
a
call
repeating
that
segment called
Syrian
Horse Apples.
maniac the
Which is just like a bunch of
Hashashim.
like
He's an assassin.
really stereotypical
Plain
Southern
and
hits.
simple.
Right.
That's not
And they
what
would always
he
like say
believes.
something horrible.
He
and then
actually
look at the camera
thinks.
and be like, oh, horse apples.
Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty?
Soccer?
A trust?
Yeah.
And a punch
Punch
to
her in
the
the
face.
face too.
To destroy the
Fucking
order.
hate that show.
We lost the
Sock
sword.
it to me.
Our
The
power
only
with
part
it.
of that show I thought was funny
Now
was
we have
no,
the opportunity to
Shuggy?
reforge it.
No
Time
sugar.
is short.
Me no
We
night.
need
the
results. Not petty bickering.
You got us. I'll show you.
it's an allegory for racism.
Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no.
My
We have
favorite moment
already
from Horse
found
Apples.
another element. Actually,
Because after they've done horse apples for so long, it's not even funny anymore.
Excellent.
It zooms in on David
What
Cross and he
is
goes,
it?
ah, fuck.
Well-
I mean horse apples.
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Oh,
Of
no.
course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
In the lens, I'm guessing that's the mirror.
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
So the assassin's a good guy?
What?
He's safe. Alright, let's go. Well, hi everybody. Baphomet and the Broken Sword and all that. So,
I could hear voices
feeling like orange
from
slices?
the lit
Is
area.
that happening? Yeah. Or brought snacks. Just gonna come down here and die.
This was it. The conspiracy was revealed.
Okay, nobody move. I'm making a citizen's arrest.
At last, I had them. I could see the fear in their eyes as their little scheme came to pieces.
You're all going away for a very long time. And you can just drop those guns. You're impressing nobody.
That was great.
I like that it's like Robert Redford just burying. Alright, we out of here. Let's look back in.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need
You know what's
to
funny? This is how I
emphasize
know
the
I've
importance of
retarded on some
finding
level.
it. Without it,
name of
our
the game
endeavors
is
come
Broken Sword.
to nothing.
And I was legitimately like, oh, there's a sword.
With the sword reforged,
I don't know.
we will
I just
have
wasn't
the
expecting there to be an
power to
actual
sweep
sword.
the
Broken sword.
opposition. The new
I thought it was like
millennium
Broken Arrow. There's no
will
fucking arrow in that
belong
movie.
to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world.
The princess of this world. Okay, I thought he said the princess of this world. Oh, the guy who's the same fucking mean one. He's like, the princess?
And then they all get in a giant saucer.
Here, let's hop in our discus and float away. Quickly, while the tide is kind. Yeah, they aren't there.
Jesus. Well, now you can walk down there.
That's the plan.
I'm still thinking about you shoving a banana in your pants.
Oh no!
They weren't necessarily pants. They were pants for an 8-year-old. I, however, was 18.
Yeah, there's so many
Wait.
problems here.
No, you weren't. You had to be younger than that.
How old is Quinn? 21.
Yeah.
And I'm 30.
Yeah.
So it was a...
You were like 16.
No, it was
17.
17.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I gotta tell you.
No,
if
they
I
were
had
Reese's.
known, that's fine. The
He
point
was
still
so-
stands, because you didn't wear that the year you met me. Because if you did,
No, it was...
we wouldn't be together.
It was the summer before I came to Drexel.
Yeah, there's. Oh.
So I had already met you at that
Oh,
point.
no.
And they were Reese's, so he's 2 years younger than Quinn. So it was a 7-year-old's
I'm
Halloween
rethinking all
prison.
of my
I
life
noticed
choices.
3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
Look, Jackie, notches. Hooray!
hate my life.
Oh, I can't put the ball on the thing. You have 2 kids with him.
I know. I'm not gonna shove any bananas in their pants, I can tell you that.
Not yet.
The
Okay,
light
hold on.
falling
Jesus
from
Christ,
above
Alex.
struck the gem and scattered in 5
And
neat
there's
rays.
letters around the
And
outside.
each ray picked out a letter.
Okay.
Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib.
Wait a
Now
second,
all
that's
I had to do was
nonsense.
figure out what the heck that meant.
Back to Nico.
George.
Georgie.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars.
He's
They're
just like,
after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there. The guy who
Baphomet,
killed
oh my
Marquet.
God.
The
Who
manuscript is the key. It shows the way to the broken sword. Whatever that is.
he had to
And
put
how
some
does
mustard
the
on that
assassin
because
fit
it's the
into
title
all
of the
this?
game.
He's out to stop them.
I'm off to find the broken sword.
Templars. They're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's
Oh
gone
my
to
God,
Syria.
something about the way
but
she's
they
talking
didn't
is
seem
reminding
to
me of
realize
Glimmer
the
in the original
significance
She-Ra
of the very
series.
site of their meeting. You see, after
Yeah.
they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the
Happen to know
Neo-Templars are
that.
ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
She's
You
a
must
well-educated
think you know
journalist.
Wagner himself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous.
That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay.
What about
the
what
tripod?
about if you sell
And
it?
send it back to Andre, anonymously.
What?
Alright, well, what about this juggling ball?
Would you like this juggling ball?
Have you been drinking, Georges?
No.
Yes.
Why?
Talking crap.
Oh my god.
Do you think I should go to Marie?
She just
Terrier
laid
is
that
a
out to
long
you.
way, Georges.
They're crazy and dangerous. You're just crazy. And dangerous. No, not dangerous. Not even saying a word. I was like, I'm just gonna hop on a
Pieces out.
plane to Syria. Let's see. Bye.
Goodbye, Mr. Chips. Goodbye.
I'd say let's call it there.
You want to call it?
Yeah.
We'll stay in Paris.
My head's gonna explode.
We'll always have Paris, Matt.
I know.
Go to the cafe. Ah, my hole. Do you just like the phrase "ah, my hole"?
Just when you say it that way. Shit. Oh no, it's okay.
Buddy, it's okay.
Just because Daddy doesn't want to stream anymore right now doesn't mean you have to cry.
Yeah, it's alright, boo.
But it's okay if you want to.
It's
Do whatever you
okay
want
to
with
be angry, but it's not okay to hurt someone.
That's the song.
We have to sing Abby because she apparently doesn't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's fair.
Covered in bruises. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. My head hurts, so I'm not doing this anymore.
Plus, Jackie wants to play theme park.
I don't know if that's a good time, guys. Not
I think
tonight.
I'm just gonna lay down.
What?
I said I think I'm just gonna lay down.
I was gonna say I think I'm actually gonna go
To sleep.
feed him and then possibly go to sleep, depending.
It's the first night in months that you haven't been here until midnight on a Monday.
I know.
What are you gonna do? Just drive around town.
He's gonna live his life, Alex.
Sunglasses
He's
on
gonna
in
live
the
his
dark.
life.
Take a date to a strip club. You're watching The Graduate.
Oh my god.
Alright. Got it. We're done.
We're just like this
Shut
is
it down.
beyond fucked
Bye,
up.
everybody.